wala akong pangako na hindi ko natupad, isip yung EDSA. Nangako ako na free tuition. Nandyan na ang batas. Nangako ako na free universal healthcare. Firmado ko na ang batas.
Mga kapatid, 3 taon na ang lumipas mula ng maluklok sa Malacanang si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. At ngayong araw maririnig natin ang kanyang ika-4 na State of the Nation address.
Ano kaya ang lalamanin ng kanyang SONA? Pero ang mas mahalagang tanong, ano nga ba ang nais ng bayan na marinig mula sa SONA?
Hihimayin natin yan at iba pang mga issue na bumabalot po sa bansa dito sa Signal TV.
Magandang hapon po. Ako po si Atty. Mel Sta.
At ako naman po si Cheryl Cosim at ito ang 2019 SONA coverage ng 1PH. At anuman pong oras ngayon, mga less than 1 hour ay aasahan na natin ang pagsasalita. Itong ika-4 na speech nga po ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Hindi naman natin may kakaila. Magmula pa last week, Atty. Mel, ay tuloy-tuloy ang pag-enumerate ng mga from the side of the palace kung ano yung mga sasabihin ng Pangulo, more or less.
Yes.
Nandyan din at ibang survey firms natin na naglabas ng mga primary concerns ng
Tama.
mga Pilipino o yung mga gusto nilang marinig.
Tama.
Siyempre, hindi natin maiaalis yung mga nakikisali ngayon sa kilos protesta na kung ano man yung gusto nilang marinig mula sa Pangulo. Pero parang merong isang common na denominator.
Ano
Kaya
yun?
lang hindi natin alam kung ano yung magiging approach ng Pangulo.
Oo,
Kung magle-lecture siya or hindi. Alam mo na yon.
Oo nga Alam mo itong SONA, it's dalawa ito ang expectation ng tao, di ba, Cheryl? Aspiration and inspiration. No? Ibig sabihin, gusto makita ng tao na ma-inspire ulit sila sa mga adikain ng presidente, halimbawa. At aspiration, ano yung hinahangad niya? Ang hangarin at ang pagbibigay ng lakas loob ulit sa mga taong bayan.
At siguro ay with the 85% na trust rating ng Pangulo ay hindi siya mahihirapang mahikayat na ma-inspire ang taong bayan. Pero ang gusto natin ay syempre ma-inspire in a very good way.
Totoo yan. Kasi maganda rin malaman ng bayan yung tinatawag na roadmap. Roadmap patungo sa susunod na taon. Ano ang ating expectation sa kanya, di ba? Sana malaman natin.
Mga kapatid, ngayong araw din nagbukas po ang ika-18 Kongreso. Ito ay ang official day 1 ng mga senador, congressman at congresswoman na nagtagumpay nitong nagdaang midterm elections.
Matatandaan na noong nakaraang taon, hindi naging tahimik ang pagbubukas ng sesyon kung saan nagkaroon ng coup laban kay noong Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez at siya nga ay pinalitan ni dating Pangulong Gloria Arroyo.
Nagkaroon man ng mga bulong-bulungan kaninang umaga ng isang posibleng coup, abay naging matiwasay naman po ang itinalaga bilang House Speaker si Alan Peter Cayetano. Maya-maya lamang po ay hihimayin din natin ang kanyang pagkakaluklok bilang House Speaker.
Sa Senado naman, status quo lang ang mga leadership positions. Si Tito Soto ay hinalal bilang Senate President. Si Ralph Recto naman ang Senate President pro tempore. Si Mig Subiri naman ang Majority Floor Leader at si Frank Drilon ang Minority Floor Leader. Okay, parang Sharon, foregone conclusion na lahat to. Medyo alam na ng taong bayan ang kahinatnan halimbawa doon sa mababang kapulungan, no? Si Senator, dating Senator Cayetano.
Although, naging unang planchado ang sa Senate.
Yes.
Itong House Speakership, talagang naging makulay, naging parang isang telenovela na inantabayanan natin.
Oo
Kung
nga.
matatandaan natin, unang sinabi na yan ng Pangulo, mag-term sharing kayo, ayaw pumayag.
Oh yes,
Nagkaroon ng
totoo.
girian, nagbilangan ng boto. Pero at the end of the day, dahil hindi sila makapagdesisyon, walang gustong magbigayan, bumalik na naman ang desisyon sa Pangulo. To the point na openly, ang House of Representatives ay nakikiusap sa Pangulo na kayo na po.
Ang pumili.
Oo, kayo na po ang magbigay sa amin ng utos kung sino ba ang dapat naming ihalal.
O yun na nga, sa botong 266 na sungkit ni Taguig Pateros Representative Alan Peter Cayetano ang ika-4 na pinakamataas na posisyon sa gobyerno. Patunay po yan na ang mahabang karera sa liderato sa Kamara, tinuldo ka na. Walang iba ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Nitong umaga lang ngayon, ayon kay Senador Bongo, nagbanta raw ang Pangulo na hindi ito sisipot sa SONA kung hindi agarang makakapaghalal ng speaker ang mga miyembro ng lower house. Matatandaan si Cayetano, ang naging running mate ni Duterte noong 2016 elections. Itinalaga rin siya bilang foreign secretary, di ba?
Yes.
Bilang Secretary of Foreign Affairs at 15 buwan maninilbihan bilang House Speaker si Cayetano at ang natitirang 21 buwan pupuna naman ni Marinduque Representative Lord Alan Velasco. Alinsunod yan sa minungkahing term sharing scheme ni Pangulong Duterte.
Magbantabang Pangulo na hindi sisipot, sinong hindi matatakot nun, diba?
Sabagay, oo. Kasi itong first session of the House of Congress, whether Senate and the lower house.
Alam mo, nagkaroon pa hanggang kaninang umaga dahil nagpatawag ng breakfast meeting si Congressman Pulong Duterte.
Okay.
Separate from yung breakfast meeting na ipinatawag ni Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. Biglang hindi dumating si Pulong sa pinatawag niyang breakfast meeting. Ang nangyari ay nagtalaga siya ng isang representante para magsalita at nakihalubilo na lang or nagmix na. Siguro parang sinasabi, ang sabi, bulong-bulungan, yung last ditch, na baka magkaroon pa ng ibang desisyon sa House of Representatives. Pero siguro ito nakakuha sila ng pagbabanta at hindi na pwede iisa na lamang.
Yes.
Nagbigay na. Ito na mangyayari. Ang tanong ngayon, matatapos ba ang 15 months? Or kung di man matapos yan, meron ding katanungan, masusunod ba yung term sharing na yan? Depende sa I think that the pressure now, it would depend on the performance of Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano, Kasi kanina nga nabanggit na natin na kung ang pag-uusapan natin ay bilangan, botohan, before nagbigay ng utos na si Pangulo or ng endorsement si Pangulong Duterte, ay hindi mananalo daw si Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. He doesn't have the numbers.
Wow, talaga. Pero alam mo, talagang politics is politics. Anything can happen in between periods. Ika nga, di ba, Cheryl, alliance can change.
Yes.
Diba? There is no perfect alliance in politics. Kaya,
pero sana nga ay mag-concentrate na lamang, napakahalaga. Sabi mo nga kanina, yung legacy na iiwanan ng administrasyong ito, dito ibubuhos sa second half of President Duterte's term. Pero para bigyan tayo ng update sa Kamara, nasa linya ng telepono si Gemma Garcia, ang reporter po natin mula sa Filipino Star ngayon. Gemma, ano ang update dyan sa Kongreso?
Yes, sir. Yun na, nasa loob na nga ng plenaryo ang mga kongresista at mga senador, kaya hindi na mag-ispita. At nagsimula na rin ang lockdown sa plenaryo. Wala na nga rin mahigpit na ang seguridad dito. Wala na makapaglabas-pasok dahil sinara na yung plenaryo ng Kamara.
So inaasahan natin ito, Gemma, na magsisimula sa tamang oras.
Oo, inaasahan nga na magsisimula sa tamang oras ng alas 4 ng hapon, pero wala pa kaming balita kung hanggang ngayon nandito na si Presidente. Dahil malakas ang ulan, baka daw hindi maka-land yung sinasakyan niyang eroplano o chopper or pwede rin siyang by land.
Okay. So mamaya kuha tayo ng update mula sa palasyo. Pero isa sa pagkakaiba no ng mga nakalipas na SONA, Gemma, itong fourth SONA ng Pangulo ay sinamahan ito ngayon ni Direk Joyce Bernal ng pagtugtog ng Philharmonic Orchestra. Ito ba ay nagsisimula na habang nandyan ba yung ating mga kongresista at ating mga iba pang bisita ay they started playing na?
Oo, Cheryl. Nandito na sa labas ng plenaryo yung Philharmonic Orchestra. Tumutugtog na nga sila habang nagdadatingan yung mga bisita.
Doon sila nakapwesto sa labas.
Doon.
Ano ulit, Cheryl? Ang hina eh.
Oo, so doon sila nakapwesto sa may pintuan, sa entrance ng
Yes.
plenaryo.
Yes. Doon sila nakapwesto ngayon.
At doon lamang sila, magtutugtog lamang sila before and after the speech, of course.
Hello?
Okay, medyo nagkaroon yata tayo. Gemma?
Yes, Cheryl.
Ano pa ang ating aasahan? Sino na ba nandyan? Bigyan mo kami ng nung feel dyan ngayon sa loob ng plenary hall.
Nandito kasi ako sa labas ng plenary, Yung mga bisita, unti-unti nagdadatingan na rin. Pero yung sa loob ng kamera kasi, naka-lockdown na sila. Hindi ako pwede makapasok doon. Pero habang nagdadatingan nga sila, patuloy ang pagtugtog ng Philharmonic Orchestra dito sa labas ng lobby ng kamera.
Nabalita mo ba kasi nasa labas naman yung Philharmonic, sabi nila,
Yes.
tutugtugin din nila yung paboritong kanta ni Pangulong Duterte. Yung Ikaw, tama ba?
Hindi ko naririnig na pinapractice nila kanina. Kasi ang pinapractice lang nila yung kanta ni Freddie Aguilar. Yung ipaglaban mo kanina. Continuous ang patugtog nila nun.
Oh, okay. O sige. Babalikan ka na lamang namin maya-maya, Gemma Garcia ng Filipino Star ngayon.
Yes. Wala dito sa camera para sa 1PH. Gemma Garcia, Filipino Star ngayon.
So tingnan natin, masama pala ang panahon. Although
Oo
tayo
nga.
dito sa
Yes.
sa Mandaluyong medyo okay po yung aming panahon. So
Totoo.
maaaring magkaroon ng konting delay. It depends kung ano rin ang sasakyan ng Pangulo. So let's get an update later mula po sa palasyo, di ba?
Oo nga eh. Alam mo, nakikita natin yung mga nasa loob na ng chambers, no? Cheryl, no? Medyo nakaupo na sila at naghihintay na
Usually
sa
mga
presidente.
bandang 4 dapat nakapwesto na lahat.
Nakapwesto na, siyempre, di ba? Kasi pagdating niya, a-announce na yung si presidente, magtatayuan ulit yan para siguro makakamay sa presidente. Ayan.
Samantala, mga kapatid, lipat naman tayo sa upper chamber. Independent but cooperative. Yan po ang pangangatawanan ng Senado sa ilalim ng pamumuno ni re-elected Senate President Tito Soto. Sa kanyang acceptance speech, pinaalalahanan ni Soto ang kapwa niya mga senador sa kung ano ba talaga ang responsibilidad ng hanay nila ang gumawa ng mga batas at pagdebatihan ang mga ito. Ilan daw sa mga tututukan ng Senado ngayong 18th Congress ang Proposed Anti-Terrorism Act at iba pang mga panukalang batas na may kinalaman sa problema sa tubig, sa kuryente at transportasyon. Landslide ang pagkapanalo ni Soto via voce voting.
Yay and nays.
Yun.
Yun.
Hindi
Yes or
kagaya
no?
sa lower Congress, talagang nag-isa-isa sila. Attorney
Oo,
Mel?
yes. Ano lang to, siguro raise of hands.
Oo.
'Di ba? Sa Congress meron pang explanation sa lower house, 'di ba?
I suppose mas madali talagang ayusin ang Senate because iilan lamang naman sila kumpara sa bilang sa sa lower house.
At saka
diba?
nagkakatanawan sila magkakatabi lang sila di ba?
And even, Attorney Dean Mel, yung sinabi kanina ni Senator Rizzo Ontiveros na gusto rin nila yung pamamalakad ni Senate President Tito Soto dahil kahit sila ay minorya, ay nagkakaroon pa rin sila ng boses. Napapakinggan pa rin sila.
Maganda yon. Maganda yon. Magiging maikli naman daw po ang SONA ngayon taon ni Pangulong Duterte na inaasahang 45 minutes lang ang itatagal. Yun ay kung hindi raw siya mag-a-adlib. Sabi ni Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo, tatalakayin daw ng Pangulo sa kanyang talumpati ang ilan sa mga malalaking issue ngayon sa bansa. Kasama na dyan ang territorial issue sa West Philippine Sea at ang resolusyon ng United Nations Human Rights Council para sa investigasyon sa war on drugs. Hindi naman daw plano ng Pangulo na depensa ng sarili sa mga issue na ito. At sa halip ay gusto lamang daw niyang ma-educate o pangaralan ang kanyang mga kritiko.
Okay, this was what he said sometime July, first week of July, mga July 8 na sinasabi nga niya dahil narindi na siya doon sa kanya mga kritiko at mukhang kasama ito Dean Mel sa lalamanin ng speech ng Pangulo. Alam naman natin na ang speech, yung huli kong nakuhang update yesterday from around 20 plus pages, it's down to 19. Pero ang target is between 17 to 18 pages.
Yes.
At doon nga, aabot ng 45 minutes, mga kapatid, kung hindi nga mag-a-adlib. So, kasama, base sa ating bubwit, sa ating source, yung West Philippine Sea ay matatouch yan. Ayan, nandyan din ang National Land Use Act na nabanggit na rin niya ito sa nakalipas niyang mga SONA na mukhang walang nangyayari pa. So, uulitin niya muli ito. Ang possible daw yung death penalty. Of course, they'll touch on the legacy of President Duterte, poverty alleviation, build, and peace and order.
Ayun, nako ha. At malalaking mga issue yan na hinaharap ng bansa natin. Kaya tututukan natin yan mamaya. Oo nga, Cheryl, unang-una, yung West Philippine Sea talagang importante yan dahil halos lahat ng sektor pinag-uusapan yan. At saka nga, bagamat merong sort of a favorable relation si President Duterte sa China, meron din naman lumabas na survey na ang mga Pilipino, karamihan, they do not trust China. So siguro, anuhin niya ito, liligyan niya ng blend ito o pag-uusapan ng maigi, no?
Yes.
So, yung West Philippine Sea.
Ang West Philippine Sea, yung sovereignty natin sa West Philippine Sea ay kumbaga pang top 4 na concern ng mga Pilipino doon sa huling lumabas na survey po ng Pulse Asia. Siyempre nangunguna dyan yung malapit sa ating bituka yung pay hike, 'di ba? Yung presyo ng basic commodities, yung ating job creation, At nandyan nga yung West Philippine Sea, yung sovereignty sa West Philippine Sea at nandoon pa rin yung drug war. Pero para tulungan po tayong talakayin yan at iba pang mga issue sa bansa, kasama natin ang political analyst, Professor Alfred Sorreta.
Maraming salamat po for having me.
Ayan. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon sa iyo.
Mainit na hapon po pero maulan daw. Maulan nga daw.
Maulan sa amin.
Alfred, mauna na akong matanong sa iyo itong sa West Philippine Sea na ito. Di ba sabi sa ating konstitusyon na irereserba lamang sa mga Pilipino ang kapakinabangan ng ating West Philippine Sea at 200 nautical exclusive economic zone. Ano sa tingin mo ang direksyon ng pagpapaliwanag sa kritiko ng Presidente patungkol dito?
Prego, ito yung sinasabi ng Presidente na yung pagdidistinguish niya ng sovereign right doon sa sovereignty. Kasi minsan nagko-conflate yung dalawang issue, yung karapatan doon sa paggamit ng resources saka yung teritoryo natin. Kasi syempre, pag sinabi mo sovereignty, ito yung 12 miles. Yung sovereign right, ito yung doon sa exclusive economic zone. Pero dahil nga exclusive economic zone to, nasa karapatan ng kapangyarihan natin i-exercise yung kakayahan natin para protektahan yung interest natin doon sa EEC. Ngayon, sa mga kritiko, siyempre, kung hanap ng meron naman talagang pagkukulang at ang malaking pagkukulang nito ay yung hindi lang sa rhetorics ng Pangulo, kundi pati sa aksyon ng pamahalaan natin na hindi masyadong, kung baka hanap tayo ng salitang Tagalog, hindi tinigasan masyado yung paninindigan. Ngunit, pero kung pumunta natin yung comparison naman natin ng mga nakaraang administrasyon din, na may nagkaroon din ng similar na issue, hindi nalalayo palaki ko ngayon lang mas na-highlight dahil talaga ngayon may mas focus na yung mga tao, mas aware na yung mga tao doon sa issue sa West Philippine Sea.
Itong talumpati ni President Sona to, it will be made publicly. Sa larangan ng international law, di ba Alfred, yung unilateral binding statement of a head of state, no? Nakakatakot kasi
Totoo
it may
po.
be a careless statement
Yeah, totoo
or
po.
it may be a special statement but it has certain international repercussions, di ba? Kaya dapat ba pag-ingatan ng presidente na huwag masyado mag-adlib dito, dapat talagang inihanda ang kanilang ulat dito.
Sa totoo lang kasi normally po ang sinasabi po ng presidente, policy statement po yan at doon po sumusunod yung pamahalaan natin. Napapansin natin na challenge po doon sa presidente natin ngayon dahil he will say something tas yung the government will have to interpret it something else dahil medyo kontra do sa ilan sa mga polisiya natin. Ang tingin ko na lang dito tingnan natin yung sasabihin, pero tingnan natin yung aksyon ng pamahalaan.
Okay mga kapatid, time out muna tayo, Professor and Dean. Dito muna po tayo sa mag-check-in po tayo sa mga kalsada malapit po sa Batasang Pambansa kung saan sumasama na rin daw po ang panahon. Nasa linya ng telepono ang kasama natin mula sa Filipino Star ngayon, Mer Layson. Mer, magandang hapon.
Yes, maraming salamat kasamang Cheryl at Atty. Mel. Sarado na sa mga motorista itong kahabaan ng Commonwealth Avenue, particular dito sa tapat ng St. Peter Church dahil okupado na ito ng iba't ibang militanteng grupo. Kanina ay napakalakas ng ulan nang bumuo sa lugar na ito pero sa mga oras na ito ay umaambon na lamang. Pero yung mga rallyista ng iba't ibang grupo ay nanatili sa kanilang lugar, hindi sila umaalis. Yung iba may dalang payo kasamang Cheryl, Pero yung iba talagang nagpabasa na talaga, nalipo na sa malakas na ulan na sa mga oras na ito ay nanatili sa kanilang mga lugar. Maximum tolerance naman ng patuloy na ipinapatupad ng mga tao ng Philippine National Police at patuloy ang programa na kanilang isinasagawa. Wala na pong makakadaan, inulit ko, wala na pong makakadaan ng motorista dito sa kahabaan ng Commonwealth Avenue, particular sa tapat ng St. Peter Church dahil okupado na po ito, sarado na po ito sa mga nagraraling mga militanteng grupo. Yun po ang sitwasyon. Yes po.
Kapatid Mer, diyan ba may nakikita ka mga kanya-kanyang mga stages, yung mga opposite groups diyan?
Yes, iba't ibang pahayag ang kanilang isinasagawa. Kanina, katatapos lang magsalita ni Kasaturo Campo at bumaba na siya ng stage at hindi ko lang siya nahabol-habol sana sa ma-interview man lamang siya. Pero tapos na ang kanyang pagsasalita. Iba't ibang grupo yung nagsasalita pagkatapos sila ay bababa na at pupunta naman sa kanilang mga sasakyan at ang kanilang mga, pero yung kanilang mga grupo, yung kanilang mga miyembro ay nanatiling nagpapabasa sa ulan at hindi napitinag sa kanilang kinalalagyan.
Sabi mo nga, Mer, wala na tayong madaanan dyan sa may Commonwealth. Di ba ang usapan na ay meron silang ilalaan pa rin para sa ating mga motorista?
Well, oo, yung
Hindi na nasunod.
sa counterflow na ngayon sila dumadaan na kasamang Cheryl, yung fair lane na ginawa ng MMDA. So doon na ngayon dumadaan yung pa-northbound. Kung mangangahas yung ating mga motorista na pa-northbound sila ay dumaan dito sa tapat ng St. Peter, hindi na po pwede dahil napakaraming mga rallystand to. Lampas na ng footbridge yung kanilang okupado nila itong lugar na ito.
Kaninang umaga nung tayo nag-uusap ay ang sinasabi mo ay ang target more or less ay aabot ng nasa 20,000 na mga miyembro ng militanteng grupo ang a-attend. Yan ba ay tingin mo na abot or maaabot or not at all?
May mga dumarating pa kasamang Cheryl, pero kukuha ko ng exact data mamaya doon sa mga autoridad natin kung gaano nakarami. Pero sa tingin ko kasi lampas na dito sa footbridge sa aking sariling tansya, nasa mga 15,000 na ito at may mga dumarating pa.
So,
Okay.
well, magpapatuloy
Oo.
yan.
Yes, papatuloy yan.
So, yan po yung ating situation report mula dito sa Commonwealth Avenue, Quezon City para sa 1PH. Ito si Mel Sta ng Pilipinas ngayon.
Alam mo, sana no, yung kanya-kanyang stage yan, sana hindi magkagirian, ano?
May separate yung pro sa ka-anti.
Oo, pro tsaka ante. Oh. Well, it's an active manifestation of what democracy is all about.
Yeah.
Di ba, Alfred? Ika
tama
nga
po.
ganyan. So, mabalik tayo, Alfred, dito sa mga expectations na maaring sa banggitin ng Presidente. Yung ano naman, yung United Nations Human Rights Commission, sabi, maaari rin daw magbigay ng pahayag si Presidente doon. Ano naman ang expectation mo doon?
Ito medyo sensitive kasi unang-una, isa tayo sa mga founding members itong mga committee na to sa UN eh. Kaya kung sakaling magbigay tayo ng statement na maaaring negatibo o may perception na threat halimbawa na aalis, medyo makaka-apekto sa international standing natin yon. Kaya sigurado ko pagkatapos ng SONA, kung mayroong mga ganong mga statement, magkakaroon ng reaction sa DFA na i-downplay o sabihin naman statement lang, hindi naman to policy Pero kasi tayo dyan, mga signatory tayo dyan, yung mga earlier charters and even nung panahon na hindi pa lahat kasali ng UN, tayo yung mga nauna, kaya nakakalungkot kung sakaling magkaroon tayo ng backtracking doon sa organisasyon na yan.
Oo nga kasi actually mahalaga rin tong organisasyon na ito, yung napapansin natin kamakailan, yung mga balita na titiwalag tayo dito sa grupong to, sa grupong yan, sa grupong to. Siguro ito na rin ang pagkakataon ni Presidente na linawin yung mga nabigkas ng o pahayag na yon, hindi necessarily nanggagaling sa kanya, kundi siguro sa mga followers niya.
Tama po. At saka kung titingnan natin yung history ng UN, marami po sa mga treaties na ito, karamihan mga Pilipino po sumulat dyan. May partner sila, Senator Tolentino, sila Leticia Ramos-Yahani, part sila ng isa sa mga convention na to. Kaya nakalungkot kung magkakaroon talaga ng backtracking dito sa mga institusyon na ito.
What is really, bumalik tayo sa kahalagahan ng SONA. No? Ito ay isang mandate na nakalagay sa ating konstitusyon. So, pero siyempre, nandyan rin yung budget. Sa tingin ko, magkakaroon tayo ng clue sa SONA kung ano ang mas malaking budget ng anong departamento?
Prego, depende sa priority po. Dahil before nag-SONA, nagkaroon ng 3 pre-SONA conference eh. Ito yung idea na parang yung hindi, kasi mahilig nga mag-adlib yung Pangulo, ito yung idea na yung mga accomplishment ng mga clusters, pinaresenta na. So umikot yon. So I think they did 3. So ngayon, ang purpose lang nitong SONA is yung charting ng future direction nga. So palagi ko magkakaroon ng diskusyon yan, lalo na halimbawa doon sa expansion sa security, sa edukasyon din palagi ko. Kasi pag ipupush niya uli rin yung train law, yung part 2 ng train law, para, pati yung syntaxes. So magkakaroon ng idea sa budget.
Okay.
Ano pa ang ating maaasahan, Professor? You think it will, talaga, yung mga lumabas sa huling survey po ng Pulse Asia, ay ito rin ang mapapakinggan kaya ng taong bayan? Makikinig kaya dito ang Pangulong Duterte?
Lalo na yung huling survey ng Pulse, yung self-rated hunger, tumaas nitong huling quarter ng summer. So, dapat, I think, may reaction din doon sa survey na yon. Hindi lang doon sa trust rating niya, pati hindi lang doon sa issue, pati paano niya address itong mga short-term saka long-term challenges natin. So, balik ko yun. Hopefully din sana, kasi kami sa constitutional reform movement, sana pag-usapan din yung cha-cha ulit dahil may majority tayo sa Congress. So, tingnan natin po kung mamaya kung masabi.
Kasi ngayon, mag-aano tayo, sabi ko nga, di ba, Dean Mel, ay nag-stick sa script last time,
Opo.
si Pangulong Duterte. But maybe because ay na-upset siya doon sa nangyari, nagkaroon ng delay, kaya sa kanya is, makikita mo wala siya sa mood. Pero baka ngayon, dahil mukhang maganda, maliban sa panahon, mukhang smooth sailing ang lahat, baka ganahan mag-adlib, ang ating Pangulong Duterte.
Yes.
At medyo matagal-tagal tayo uupo dito at makikinig sa kanya. Pero mga kapatid, ano pa nga ba ang mga maituturing nating achievements po o milestones ng Duterte administration? Balikan po natin ang ilan sa mga yan sa report na ito.
Wala pa man ang mismong State of the Nation address, hindi
May threat
pumreno
na
ang
kanina
Malacanang
umaga,
sa
hindi pa rin
paglatag ng
natapos sa
accomplishments ng pamahalaan. Isa dyan ang pagsibak sa mga umano'y tiwaling government officials. Anumang bahid ng korupsyon o palya sa serbisyo publiko, hindi ito pinalagpas ng Chief Executive.
They are also hearing us. It's a simple case of you resign or I file charges. And that goes for all of us. We are workers of government and we serve the people. Period.
Inihayag din ng palasyo ang pagpasa ng ilang landmark laws sa termino ni Duterte. Nandyan ang Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act o mas kilala bilang Free Tuition Law sa state universities at colleges na pinangunang maipasa ni dating Senador Bam Aquino. At ang Universal Healthcare Law na nagbigay ng healthcare coverage sa lahat ng Pilipino at siyang tinrabaho naman ni dating Senador at Health Committee Chairman J.V. Ejercito kasama ang ilang mambabatas. Hindi rin daw nagkulang ang bansa sa pag-unlad pagdating sa ekonomiya na siya namang nagbigay daan sa infrastructure influx na build. Mula sa mga tulay, mga bagong linya ng tren, pati ng isang bagong central hub sa New Clark City kung saan din gaganapin ang 2019 Southeast Asian Games.
At the halfway mark of the first term of the Duterte administration, the expectations have been met and the promises have been kept.
Naisulong din ng mga mambabatas ang pagpapatibay ng Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program at ang Magna Carta for the Poor na siyang tutulong sa mga pamilyang kapos. Tuloy-tuloy din ang trabaho ng Bangsamoro Transition Authority matapos ang maipasa ang Bangsamoro Organic Law at maitaguyod ang Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao o BAR. Naibalik din sa Pilipinas ang makasaysayang balang gigabells matapos ang higit 100 taon. Matatanda ang kinuha ito ng mga Amerikanong militar noong 1901 bilang war prize. Kung ang bells ay nabawi, ang mga basura naman mula Canada ay naisauli.
The trash will be sent back the soonest.
Hindi sinanto ng pamahalaan ng Canada para maibalik ang mga basura na tumagal pa ng 6 na taon sa ating bansa. At syempre, hindi rin nagpahuli ang turismo matapos ang cleanup sa Boracay na sinundan ng Manila Bay. Sa ngayon, sa Baguio City naman itinututok ng ilang mga ahensya ang kanilang atensyon para linisin at bigyan ng bagong sigla ang syudad.
Magaganda yung narinig natin, ano? Isang punto dito, Alfred, yung mga sinasabi ng ilaring mga kritiko. Total, ito naman ang i-address ni Presidente Duterte. Yung sinasabi nilang jobless economic surge. No? Although yung economy natin ay tumataas, we are not still a manufacturing country that produces goods, no, na pwede nating iangkat sa ibang mga bansa. No? Anong masasabi mo diyan?
Palagi ko masyado namang mataas yung demand para immediately mag-switch sa manufacturing. Kasi una-una may mga factors. Structural lang una. Una-una, meron tayong deficit sa infrastructure. Kailangan may linkages para magkaroon ka ng manufacturing base. So, sinisimulan pala natin ulit dahil sa build. So, while maaaring masabi nating merong kakulangan sa trabaho, pero dahil sa expansion ng build, ang taas din ang demand para sa mga particular na type ng servisyo na kailangan sa build. So, may growth pa rin sa jobs. Yun nga lang, syempre, talagang may kakulangan talagang ekonomiya natin. Kaya ina-address natin to structurally, yung unang-unang, physically structure talaga, yung infra. Kasi, Metro Manila lang kulang na. Kaya yun. Meron naman ding punto yung sabihin mo na hindi substantive masyado. Pero mali rin sabihin na wala talagang growth. Kasi kitang-kita mo naman, kaya puro traffic tayo dahil puro hukay dyan, tayo dyan. Kaya may impact to long term, maaaring hindi muna ngayon. Pero in the 3 to 5 years, pag natapos ang mga proyektong to, magkakaroon to ng impact pat sa cost ng travel, sa cost ng living sa Metro Manila, saka sa mga syudad.
Pero kung titingnan po natin yung list ng achievements ng Administrasyong Duterte sa nakalipas ng 3 taon, ay masasabi ba natin they're on the right track?
Palagay ko, hindi naman masyadong maging bias, pero kung titingnan mo yung physical accomplishments sa infrastructure side lang, yung mga bagay na took a while for previous administration to do, they did it compress it in 3 years. to be able to do this in 3 years, I think is a very big accomplishment. Pero syempre, objective din tayo kasi unang-una may mga short-term hiccups, yung sa physical infrastructure, yung traffic, yung sa train law, yung inflation, na it took them a while to manage it, at kaya nga may impact yun doon sa, I think yung sa hunger nung summer, kasi naalala natin nung mga between April to May, yung period na medyo mahal yung bilihin ng panahon na yun, tapos meron ka pang agricultural deficit sa bigas, kaya nagkaroon ng impact siya doon. So ito yung mga short-term impact, pero long run, halimbawa yung Rice Tarification Act that intends to lower prices of the basic commodity of rice, pag tuloy-tuloy ito, long run, merong positive impact to. Yung nga lang kasi, ito yung mga birth pains nga. Kaya palagay ko, we are stepping on the very right step towards doon sa mga accomplishment na yun.
At doon dito sa susunod na 3 taon, actually kung titingnan nga daw natin, 2 taon na lang yan.
Yeah.
Dahil magka-concentrate na on the last year, yung mga may balak sa susunod na eleksyon. Saan sila dapat mag-focus this time? Kasi kung talagang clear na legacy ang gusto nilang iwanan.
Merong isang bill sa Kongreso, yung nasa ang komite siya, ang tawag nila doon yung parang Infrastructure Legacy Act, na parang ang idea pag napasa itong batas na to, yung mga nasimula yung proyekto ngayon, dapat ituloy ng susunod na administrasyon para at least may continuity, kasi nangyayari to na pag nagpalit ng presidente, i-review lahat uli yung project. So isa yun, yung mga tax reform acts na yan, yung expanded train 1, train 2, expanded sin tax, puhunan to para do sa social services na in-expand, yung maternity leave, pre-college tuition, yung universal healthcare. Yes. So puhunan na yun ngayon. Pero kulang pa kasi kailangan, hindi lang yung infrastructure spending sa Metro Manila, kailangan bantayan mo rin yung sa Mindanao, kasi ang biggest na project sa Mindanao ngayon yung Mindanao Railways, i-connect lahat yung major cities sa Mindanao Island. So isa yun. Siyempre, sa constitutional reform, sana pag-usapan nila yung political reform para maayos natin yung dynasty, yung mga partidong political. Pero may mga statement na yung mga bagong senador natin na kagad may ayaw, may ganyan. Tapos may mga economic reform pa na kailangan. So, marami pang dapat gawin. Sa palagay ko, they have enough time naman. Plus, they have super majority. Kasi critical yun outstanding yung majority sa Senate, outstanding yung majority sa House. Tung first 15 months na speakership ni Speaker Cayetano will be a critical litmus test of delivering the agenda of the President. But in fairness to the last Congress, they delivered almost on all the legislative agenda. Kaya continue. Kaya I think ang team ng SONA is continuing the legacy building na yung team nitong last half.
Madugtungan ko yung sinabi ni Cheryl, yung focus between economy and politics, na on one side sinabi mo nga yung constitutional amendment, on the other side is building a growth rate that is substantial. So, sa tingin mo sa nalalabing 3 taon, dapat ba talagang pumili na o may preference lang ang isa over the other?
Kasi yung ganyan kailangan ng political capital. Kumbaga, yung kaya mong kumbinsihin yung mga politiko na suportahan yung agenda mo. With an 87%, 80+% trust rating, despite all of the criticism against the government, may capital pa siya. At least for this year. Kasi medyo nagme-mainstream na yung mga dating issue, hindi nagme-mainstream. Kung naalala nyo natin, last year, medyo hindi pa mainstream yung West Philippine Sea. Pero dahil doon sa nangyari sa mga mangisda, top 3 na siya. Recall ko nasa 10 position yan last year. Ngayon, 3 na siya. Ibig sabihin, lumalapit na sa kamalayan ng tao yung importansya noon. So, alin ba yung mas mong poprotektahan? Saan mo ba ilalaban yung kapital mo? Doon ba sa issue na yan? O ilalaban mo doon sa expanded tax? Kasi may kakaroon din ng mga bagong tax reform packages. May proposal din na i-rationalize yung real property tax sa buong bansa, kasi may mga LGU hanggang ngayon ayaw ayusin yung property tax nila, kaya wala sila nakokolektang tax sa mga community nila. So merong magkakaroon ng opposition dyan. Yung sin tax, magkakaroon ng opposition sa tabako sa alcohol lobby. So depende kung saan mo igagamitin yung capital mo. Pero doon sa mga non-contentious issues like yung modernization AFP, infrastructure, yan palagay ko tuloy-tuloy yan. Doon sa, I think, yung mas specific na policy issue like constitution, yan medyo contested yung area yan.
Yun.
So, magiging productive ang 18th Congress the way we see it. Ano po? At ang ilan sa nabanggit ay pwedeng magsalita rin ng Pangulo on Train 2.
Yeah, kasi kailangan encourage niya yung Kongreso dahil yung fallout ng huling train package, yung inflation, medyo may ano sa politiko yun, may nagkaroon ng tama rin kahit papaano dahil ang datingan yung gobyerno, ang taas ng presyo ng mga bilihin, walang mga measure na na-install lang kay kaagad na para i-caution to. So, ngayon, kailangan ensure nila na pag naglagay sila ng bagong tax packages, naka-in place na rin yung mga social protection measure na para yung mga consumer hindi masyadong maapektuhan.
Okay. Tingnan natin, mga kapatid. Tayo po, well, it's 4:12. Ideally, 4:30 po dapat ay magsimula ang SONA po ng Pangulo. Pero sa ngayon, we don't know yet, ano? No information kung nasaan po, nasaan na ba, kung nakaalis na ba. Hindi naman yung whereabouts. Mukha naman nawawala na si Pangulong
Designated
Duterte.
survivor na yun.
Surprise. So hindi po natin, so far wala pa po tayong update kung nakaalis na po ang Pangulo sa Malacanang at kung siya ba ay by land or by the chopper that usually, pero kung ganito kasama ang panahon, ay baka po nagkaroon ng konting pagbabago kung paano magkakarating ang Pangulo sa Kongreso. Masasabi nating pupunta siya dahil may klaro na Senate President at House Speaker.
Yes,
Yun naman ang gusto niya, di ba? Dean Mel. At kung titignan po natin, ayan po, live po yung nakikita yung feed natin sa Batasang Pambansa. Ay nariyan na po sila, Filipiniana, ang motive, makikita po natin.
May palamuti yung inuupuan ng mga Vice President, tsaka yung House Speaker of the House, tsaka Senate President, di ba? At Filipiniana talaga.
Si former Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo ay naroon na rin po at siya'y naka-orange na pagka-Filipiniana naman yata yung kanyang, Filipiniana yung kanyang outfit. Magkakatabi na sila ni dating President Joseph Estrada at FVR. Fidel V. Ramos. Dumating na rin si Vice President Leni Robredo kasama ang kanyang tatlong anak. Lahat sila ay naka-Filipiniana rin. Wala lang tayong clear picture of them, pero makikita mo sila, nakakatuwa talagang lahat sila ay naka-Filipiniana. Si Senator Amy Marcos ay isang dilawan dahil ang kanyang suot ay dilaw.
I see, ha?
Sa kanya lang galing yan. Ayan, makikita mo. Ayan. Yellow and red maktumang gown. Ayan. Sabi niya, parang ang kiniklaim niya ay pagod na siya sa political clashes. Yun ang sinasabi niya. Kaya siguro, I'm sure ay syempre, hindi naman siya papayag kung ayaw niya yung kulay
Oo nga.
May rason kung bakit. Samantala mga kapatid, pag-usapan naman po natin ang high approval rating ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa iba't ibang mga survey. Yan po ay sige nga, himayin nga natin, Professor. Questionin pa ba natin yon? Although sinasabi nila, after the third year, di ba din, yan na sumasadsad. Kasi si Pangulong Noynoy Aquino, he was at his peak also on his third year.
Totoo.
Pero parang itong pagpasok ng fourth,
Baka tumaas pa.
wala tayong, lalo pang tumaas o napanatili niya ng ganoon kataas. Pero bago po natin himayin yan, narito muna ang ating report.
I, Rodrigo Roa Duterte,
do solemnly swear
that
I will faithfully and conscientiously fulfill my duties as President of the Philippines, preserve and defend the Constitution, execute
execute
its laws,
the laws
do justice to every man,
do justice to every man,
and consecrate myself
and consecrate myself
to the service of the nation.
to the service of the nation.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Bastos.
Number 1 is for rape. Ang number 2 is drugs with rape, with robbery. Pangatlo, multiple rape of the women of Baguio, the beautiful one.
Kalaban ng simbahan,
Kayong mga tambay dan, pag dumaan yung obispo ni hulda pa yan, marami pero yung patayin mo. Nagalit sa akin yung sige yaw-yaw.
ng taong bayan,
Hipit ako, kulungin ko silang lahat. Subukan ninyo. Try to take it. You need to do it, and I will do it.
at ng mismong gobyerno.
Kuha na yan. Kasi yung kuha, every time may mali talaga. Ano ba itong kuha na ito? So, mag-kidnap tayo ng taga-kuha, lagay natin, torture natin dito.
Ganyan ilarawan ng kanyang mga kritiko si Pangulong Duterte. Pero sa kabila nito, nananatili siyang numero 1 sa mga opisyal ng gobyerno pagdating sa trust at approval ratings. Ayon sa Pulse Asia, 8 sa 10 Pilipino ang kontento sa serbisyo ng Pangulo, bagay na bihirang nakamit ng mga naunang leader nang nasa kalagitnaan sila ng pamumuno.
Not surprising, keeps on increasing simply because the president is a very transparent leader and the people are satisfied with his method of governance.
Kapansin-pansin ding pinakyaw ng mga kaalyado ni Duterte ang nagdaang midterm elections. Maging ang karera sa liderato ng Kamara, ipinaubaya na rin sa pulso ng Pangulo. Dahil dyan, kumpiyansa ang palasyo na mananatili sa positibo ang scorecard nito hanggang matapos ang kanyang termino sa 2022.
The detractors and the opposition kept saying the rating will go down. But the more they say that, the more it goes up.
Yan ay sa kabila ng samot-saring kontrobersya na kinahaharap ng Administrasyong Duterte sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Batid hanggang sa ngayon daw ay hindi pa rin umaalis sa palasyo ang helicopter ni Pangulong Duterte.
At para po bigyan tayo ng detalye, magkakausap natin sa linya ng telepono si Rudy Andal ng Filipino Star ngayon. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Rudy.
Magandang hapon, Cheryl, Atty. Mel. Hanggang ngayon, hinihintay pa ng mga kongresista, mga senador ang paglapat ng helicopter ni Pangulong Duterte dito sa baba ng Congress. Sa huling informasyon natin ay hindi pa lumilipad ang helicopter niya mula Malakas niya. Ayon sa ilang source, nag-aanda na ang Pangulo para sa kanyang pagkipad papunta dito sa batasan.
So that's confirmed na magcha-chopper ang Pangulo.
By chopper yun. Salamat. Mostly kasi hindi naman siya nagpapailan.
Hindi kasi ang sinasabi ay yung sama ng panahon could be a factor. Pero okay na ba ang panahon dyan?
Ang magandang panahon ngayon dito, medyo kulibling lang.
Okay.
Pero walang ulan. Kaya kayang-kaya ng helicopter.
Okay. Opo.
Well,
Pero kung ganitong 419, Rudy, malamang medyo may delay po tayo dito sa ating pagsusimula ng SONA ng Pangulo.
Sigurado yan. Dahil ang dapat schedule is 3:30 dapat arrival niya. At 4 o'clock, dapat simula na SONA niya. Kaya mag-delay lang ng konti. Siguro sa loob ng mga ilang minuto, ay dilipad na rin ang chopper ng Pangulo papunta sa Pangasinan.
Okay. And so far, ano pa ang mga nangyayari dyan? Everything's good? Mukhang happy mood naman lahat, Mukhang happy mood naman at kalmado ang Congress.
Happy naman lahat, lalo si Congressman Alan Cayetano dahil naupo siya bilang speaker.
He must be the happiest man now.
At nasunod naman yung pag-endorse ng Pangulo, kaya halos lahat naman ang Congressista ay masaya.
Alright, maraming salamat. Kami tatawag na lamang ulit, Rudy, pag dumating na ang Pangulo, so you could give us an update. Maraming salamat.
Okay, maraming salamat. Wala dito sa bata. Salamat.
Ang sinasabi nga po ng ating source mula po sa gabinete ay naghahanda na ang Pangulo. Hindi, kahit sila medyo hindi sigurado kung nakaalis na at kung ano ang sasakyan, kung matutuloy ang chopper. Kung ang sinasabi ni Rudy ay dapat 3:30 ang arrival, almost an hour late na ang ating Pangulo.
Ngayon, ang tanong dyan, is this intentional? Kasi alam mo, mahilig sa dramatic flair si Mr. President. Or is this just, the usual late tardiness?
Hindi ko maalala kung late siya ng mga unang dalawang SONA niya. Hindi, I cannot recall it. Baka naman, huwag nating intrigahin. Baka parating na rin.
Baka sama lang talaga ng panahon. Hindi ba?
Yeah.
Baka naman sama lang talaga ng panahon na nakaset na mag-chopper tas biglang bumuhos yung malakas na ulan. Of course, ang laging prioridad ay ang seguridad ng Pangulo. If it's not gonna be good, fair, para sa yung weather ay magiging maganda para sa paglipad ng chopper, baka magbaylan.
Palagi ko na indikasyon din to na baka maiksi yung SONA. Kasi I
Pwede,
heard din kay mga 1 hour, 40 minutes to 1 hour lang daw.
Oo, 45
Tas,
to 1 hour.
nag-cut pa raw si Presidente na nagpa-practice.
Oo. So tingnan natin kung mahahabol yung 17 to 18 pages. Kasi originally it was around 29.
29, ano yun, double
Parang
space?
29 pages. Hindi ko sure
O single space?
Mga malalaki yung letter.
At kung siya ay nag-rehearse, mas komportable ka at mas mabilis kang makapagbabasa. Pero kung extra good mood, hindi natin maiaalis yung ad-lib ng Pangulo.
Ano sa tingin mo, Alfred, ang pinakamahalagang pakita ng Presidente in terms of demeanor, in terms of mass communication, yung bang detalye ng kanyang roadmap? Or is it that noble aspirations and inspirational talk? Ano sa tingin mo dapat mahalaga dito?
Pang-apat na SONA ng Presidente ito, di ba? Pang-apat. Well, hindi maalis sa kanya yung pagiging President Duterte. Yung una, yung adlib niya, yung language niya. Pero I think critical doon, yung tama po kayo, yung messaging. Ano ba tong huling 3 years na to? Anong gusto niyang prioridad? Kasi policy statement ng SONA, whether you like it or not, ito yung mission vision palagay ko, ito rin continuation lang ito nung una niya sinabi, nung unang-una niya SONA, i-reiterate lang. Kasi palagay ko, hindi na siya mag-downshift o mag-upshift ng bago o continuing kung ano yung nasimulan. So, yung continuing na pagbabago, I think yun yung central theme. So palagay ko critical dyan kung paano niya ma-reach out yung mga tao. At saka novelty para sa akin yung pagiging bilingual ng SONA. Kasi for the longest time, sanay na tayo sa English, at purong Tagalog. Tapos yung marinig mo yung Bisaya sa mainstream, palagi ko, I think ito na yung pagkakataon ng mga Tagalog na matutuloy mag-Bisaya. Kasi merong ganong bias na yung mga Bisaya talaga mas may alam sila sa language natin kasi they are raised in their mother tongue, tapos nag-aaral sila ng Filipino saka English, yung tayo po mga Tagalog Tagalog saka English lang, hindi tayo marunong ng Bisaya. So pala ito yung pagkakataon on our end, communication wise, matuto na rin ng Bisaya.
Do you think ang maririnig natin dito ay isang taong hindi na politiko kundi statesman na ito? Ibig sabihin, ito na yung huling yugto, no? Talagang hindi na siya, kumbaga sasabihin natin mukha siyang exclusive, ngayon very inclusive na siya. Or do you expect, for example, something bombastic like, i-drop nyo na ng kasong yung sedition na iyan na final niyang si IDG niya? Kasi very stunning yun.
Totoo.
And if that will happen, probably he will be the rallying point of almost everybody now.
Palagay ko baka dumistansya pa dyan kasi may nabasa akong statement na parang walang involvement ng Malacanang doon sa CIDG na kaso na yan. Saka pakiramdam ko, distracting yan dahil siyempre oras na mag-run yan, yan ang pag-uusapan, hindi yung agenda. So palagay ko baka hindi na i-touch yan. Pero ang critical dyan sa part ng Pangulo yung ma-communicate niya yung gusto niya. Ang takot ko lang, Siyempre, nandiyan na yung kanyang mga yung colloquialism niya, yung mga segue niya na minsan, hindi naman yun yung content na gusto niya sabihin, yun na napipick up. Hindi natin maiwasan kasi yun yung controversial Pero minsan, ilang segundo lang yun doon sa statement niya. Pero hindi yun yung policy, hindi yun yung importante. Talaga na siya parang nababaon na nawawaglit yung ibang importanteng parte.
And I'm sure everybody will, yung pakikinggan siya, no? Kasi yun nga, they will look at sound bites.
Totoo po.
And they will look at implications of the statement themselves.
Lalo na ngayon, pinasa niya yung catcalling law.
Yeah.
So, palagay ko dapat iwas-iwasan niya na yun. Baka kung gagawin niya siguro hindi na siya mag-a-address ng specific na tao kung ano man sasabihin niya. Pero ito yung kakaiba dito sa presidente to. Yung mga bagay na characteristic niya na kilala siya, yun yung pinapasa niyang batas most of the time. Yung catcalling law na lang na nung una inupuan niya yan pero actually it lapsed into a law na dahil hindi inaksyonan ng Malacanang. Eventually pinirmahan niya din. So ibig sabihin, he wanted to reiterate na I know this law na paninindigan ko to. Kaya tingnan po natin, sana mag-focus sa policy message. Pero si presidente yan You could tell him everything pero from what I heard, hindi talaga.
Hanggang last minute yan kahit nakasakay na sa sasakyan, pwede pang magbago, diba? Siyempre patuloy na tumatakbo sa utak niya, tama na ba to? Tapos meron yan mga last minute na may bubulong kasi nalaman nila na medyo natanggal sila. Ang hirap din para sa iba't ibang agency. At dito na rin pumasok kaya tayo nagkaroon ng 3 pre-SONA para masabi nga yung mga achievement, para makapag-focus na doon sa sinasabi mo nga, Dean Mel, na legacy na iiwan ng administrasyon. Yung roadmap na dito na tayo magfo-focus. Tama na yung achievement, nasabi na natin yan Kung sakali man yan, siguro mabilisang pahakpyaw na lamang at yung talagang mga malalaki na achievement for the past 3 years. But more of, sana mas maging united.
Yes.
Isa rin yun.
That will be remarkable talaga.
At
Katatapos ng eleksyon alam mo din, huling eleksyon medyo divisive, talagang tawagan ng panlalait sa bawat kampo, kaya talaga may message kasi ang state of the nation so kailangan may unity message sana.
Sa kanya manggaling.
Do you think this is the right moment na talagang parang magkaroon ng segue to another kind of Duterte na talaga yung I am leading this nation to this particular point where I want everybody to be all together. Parang gano'n na yung mga statement niya.
Kasi,
this is the opportune time.
Kasi dahil kung titignan din natin, wala nang oposisyon Yung sa House, yung Liberal Party, yung kalahati sumali sa majority coalition. Yung kalahati nag-oposisyon sa Senado, ilan na lang sila. Kaya kung mayroong pagkataon na i-assert yung confidence ng gobyernong ito sa policy niya, ito yung pagkakataon na let's ignore partisanship. Pero on the other end din, may base mayroong political base din kasi, kaya palagay ko, lalo na yung partisanship, yung level ng partisanship natin ngayon na hindi ko din siya masisi kung magiging personal din siya later on dahil ganun din it's okay yung ginagawa ng mga kasama natin sa opposition, yung nagrarally sa kalye, nanununog ng FPG niya, na parang ang dating sa akin ng opposition is tama yung they're opposing pero wala silang makitang na tama doon sa nagawa rin ng pamahalaan. I get na kailangang oppositional politics pero wala yung kumbang constructive na opposition na okay, galit kayo sa presidente pero he passed the most number of women empowering laws for the past 3 years. Expanded maternity leave, universal healthcare, yung catcalling law. Itong mga batas na to nakabinbinto ng nakaraang gobyerno. Siya pumirma kaya walang ganung recognition ba? Kaya lang ramdaman kung if you're on the policy end of that, yung ikaw yung parating yung team nila ngayon, Shokoy daw, parang Shokoy Pugita, na parang on that single issue, hindi na minamaliit natin yung sa West Philippine Sea, pero hindi lang yun ang pamahalaan. There's a lot of things na kaya maintindihan ko kung may galit, lalo na ang thinking kasi ng presidente para mayor diba pag mayor, local politics, lahat personal yan Kaya pag kaya yung sabi niya na sa akin yung West Philippines, of course legally he cannot do that. Pero yun yung sense niya doon sa opisina, kaya palagay ko maganda yung idea na yung above the fray. Pero ang sense ko rin dahil yung atmosphere natin ngayon, baka hindi rin maiwasan. Baka sana may portion ng inclusiveness sana mas madami kaysa doon sa partisanship.
Mga kapatid, 4:30 na po ng hapon, 1 oras na pong delay ang pagdating ng Pangulong Duterte sa House of Representatives. Inaasahan po sanang dadating siya at around 3:30 para makapagsimula ang kanyang State of the Nation address at 4 p.m. But again, it's already 4:31. Wala pa tayong word kung nasaan na po, kung nakaalis na ba ang Pangulo
Yes.
sa Malacanang, kung siya ba'y magcha-chopper or by land ang kanyang magiging pagbiyahe. Well, mag-break muna tayo ng kaunti. Dean Mel?
Break muna.
Baka sa ating pagbabalik, mamataan na po natin si Pangulong Duterte. Magbabalik po ang coverage ng State of the Nation Address 2019 ng 1PH makalipas ang ilang sandali.
wala akong pangako na hindi ko natupad isip yung EDSA. Nangako ako na free tuition. Nandyan na ang batas. Nangako ako na free universal healthcare. Pirmado ko na ang batas.
Mga kapatid, oras po natin, 4:36, nakatutok po kayo sa special coverage ng State of the Nation Address 2019 dito po sa 1PH. Ako po si Cheryl Cosim.
At ako naman po si Atty. Mel Santa Maria. Kasama rin po natin si Professor Alfred Sureta.
Sa ngayon po, inaantabayanan pa rin natin ang pag-alis sa palasyo ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. At katulad po na nabanggit natin ay everybody's waiting, for the President's arrival sa House of Representatives. Kung makikita po ninyo yung kanina pong ipinapakita natin na live feed mula mismo sa House of Representatives ay halos nandoon na kompleto na.
Oo.
Nakasara na daw ang plenaryo.
Waiting.
Because of course, waiting tayo dito nga sa paglapag ba ng chopper o pagdating ng sasakyan po ni Pangulo. Well, kanina nabanggit na natin, napag-usapan na natin din, Mel, Professor Sureta, yung mga gusto sana nating marinig. Pero binigyan din natin ng pansin kanina yung mga achievement. Pero kanina dun sa ating opening, yung nakirinig nating mga pananalita ni Pangulo, walang pangakong hindi natupad. Natutupad nga ba ang halos lahat ng kanyang ipinangako at matutupad kaya niya dito sa last 2-3 years?
Pero pwede natin i-balance din dahil may punto rin naman yung opposition doon sa pag-criticize sa ilang sa policy. Halimbawa, yung drug war, yung claim ng human rights groups na sa 20,000 plus yung casualties. PNP released a report recently para 5,000 something. Pero at the same time, balance rin nga, nag-release din yung PNP ng report na they disciplined or demoted or removed around 2,000 to 3,000 personnel din na involved sa drug war. So, while may merit yung sabihin na, may casualties talaga yung conflict, may mga human rights abuses, yung PNP also try to discipline its ranks on that same end. Pero kung titignan natin yung legislative agenda, yung Pangulo na Senate niya noong 2016, actually, majority na yung agenda naman hindi naman ganun kadami. Most of it napasa na sa batas. Ang wala na lang in particular sa universal healthcare, yung pondo para suportahan yung 100% na Kaya doon kailangang ipasa yung sin tax para mapondohan yung iba.
Pero siyempre, meron rin mga batas na nagkaroon ng negative repercussions sa atin, kamukha yung Train 1, no?
Tama.
Doon tayo nag-isip ng malalim kung bakit hindi maiging napag-isipan
Tama kayo
ito.
din.
No? Pero pupunta ako sa isa pang punto, Prof, no? Tungkol sa media.
Yeah.
Kasi ito talagang
tama.
isang sektor rin ng ating lipunan na talagang tinitignan ng presidente at sometimes talagang nagtatampo ang presidente sa media. Do you think it's also time for him to transcend this situation in the sense that media and the press will always be critical?
Yeah, tama.
That is their birthright, ika nga.
Tama
diba?
kayo. Yan challenge din sa kanila dahil talagang may pagka-sensitive po pagdating sa criticism. Yung palagay ko medyo hindi kailangan dahil may criticism wala, lalo na with social media, people will say everything. I mean, pa-interview ko na sa dali, wala pang 5 minuto meron ko na 100 troll doon sa comment page mo. Kaya palagay ko dapat masanay na after 3 years sa gobyerno, kasi feeling ko ang lens yung local politics kasi sa local talaga pag nagbangayan, mukha sa mukha kaya palagay ko ganun yung approach hindi tulad sa national, pag national yung discourse kasi dumating sila dyan, I think kailangan maging mas open sa criticism. At the same time dapat palagay ko policy wise dapat wala nang impact yung policy sa practice ng media unless of course mayroong mga binayolate na batas. Yun ay ibang issue palagay ko. Lalo na kung may mga issue, alam mo yung issue sa ownership o kung ano man yan. Yun ibang separate yun doon sa free media expression kasi palagay ko i-separate natin yung statements ng Pangulo, yung criticism niya sa media, saka doon sa actual na nangyayari. Meron ba talaga muscling of the press, yung mga ganyan. Nasa tingin ko, wala naman.
Kasi kung si President Aquino na turingan na may accusation sa kanya na selective justice.
Yeah.
Dito rin ata, kay Presidente Duterte, parang pareho rin. Nakikita natin si De Lima, nakikita natin si Trillanes. Ngayon, may pumasok na 30 seditious people, ika nga daw. At tapos meron yon yung kaya sa Rappler, di ba? Paratang selective na opposition lang ang kanyang inaatake. It's exactly almost the same as the President Pinoy, no?
Tama. Pero pangit din magkaroon ng equivalence. Siyempre, iba yung konteksto ng Pinoy, iba yung konteksto sa kasalukuyang administrasyon. Pero palagi ko yung filing ng mga charges na yun, hindi yun unnecessary yun. Kasi bakit yung si Bicoy nung una walang gustong maniwala, tapos ngayon bigla kasi di ba, credibility wise parang hindi naman po ako abogado, pero siguro attorney hindi mo tatanggapin kliyente ko sa kanya.
Hindi ba ito something that could backfire on them? Hindi ba? Kasi ano ang naging basis nga Nakikita.
Yes. The switching of statements na lang
Ako nga sabi ko nga yung kay PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde when we asked him na ano ba talaga yung naging batayan at basihan. Kasi hindi ka naman syempre sa under your term, di ba syempre gusto mo, papangalagaan mo yung integridad ng iyong hinahawakang posisyon at ng inyong grupo. Ngayon, if you file something, a case like this, at walang basihan, ay hindi lamang naman ikaw ang mapupunan dyan, kundi yung buong PNP.
Yes. Alam mo, Cheryl, tama yung sinabi mo, it can backfire, no?
Yes.
And to reiterate yung sinabi mo rin, Alfred, yung it could reflect the question of credibility might not just remain sa CIDG. Baka mas mataas pa.
Ito yung something na, okay, ito yung mga tao, tingin natin, eto na, ipasa na natin, bahala na DOJ dyan. Hindi ba dapat ay siniguro nyo munang may laban yung inyong mga kaso? Yung hindi, kumbaga, hindi malabnaw. Diba? Yung may laban. Hindi naman yung ipapasa mo na lang sa DOJ. Pwede na yan. Kasi nandyan naman ang DOJ.
Yes, tama. You must also be discerning in filing cases.
Sa CIDG ito yung premier investigative arm ng PNP.
Anong lalabas doon? Anong imahe ang maipapakita noon? Okay, samantala, paalis na raw ang ng Malacanang po, si Pangulong Duterte. Para sa detalye, makakausap natin sa linya ng telepono. Balikan natin ang ating kapatid mula sa Filipino Star ngayon, si Rudy Andal. Rudy?
Magandang hapon, Cheryl. Atty. Mel, kakukuha lang natin ng informasyon ngayon sa Malacanang na paalis na ang helicopter ng Pangulo. Ayon sa PSP, kakaalis pa lang ng Pangulo sa kanyang bahay, pangarap sa Malacanang pala. Sa loob na ilang minuto ay lalabas na ang chopper dito sa Patatang Complex.
Usually ba yan, Rudy, kung kunwari umalis na ang Pangulo, ano ang travel time niyan? Aasahan natin
mga 5 minutes lang daw.
Ganun lang kabilis, 5 minuto.
5 to 10 minutes lang daw yan.
Because it's talagang delay. At pagdating niyan,
kaya may delay talaga tayo.
okay, bigyan mo kami ng guide us, Rudy. Paglapag ng Pangulo, paglabag ng chopper ng Pangulo, paano ang magiging senaryo niyan at ilang minuto pa ang ating hihintayin? Kasi may mga dadaanan pa yan, may seremonyas pa yan, hindi ba?
Mula sa paglapag niya dito sa Bakasan ay sasalubungin siya ng House Sergeant at Arms, Senate Sergeant at Arms, Chief of Staff ng AFP. Tapos natalin siya doon sa kanyang holding group sa PLLO office. And then from there, sasalubungin siya ni House Speaker Cayetano at Senate President Toto at papasok na sila sa session hall.
So pwedeng dire-diretso na lang, ano? Ganun na lang kabilis. Hindi na magtatagal pa sa holding room dahil nga
Wala na sigurong ganong senaryo dahil masyado na late.
oo, running late na ang ating Pangulo. So, we will wait anytime. Ay babalikan ka namin, Rudy, lalo na kung sinasabi mo nga ay possible na nakaalis na or baka pasakay na ng chopper si Pangulo. So, hopefully, a little before 5 p.m. ay lumapag na ang chopper ng Pangulo dyan.
Bibigay ka agad tayo ng update kung ano yung mga huling kaganapan sa bakatan. Ikita po na ng Pangulo.
Sabi mo nga, ang update ay nakuha natin mula sa PSG. Ano ba ang rason? May nakuha ba tayong rason kung bakit na-delay?
Wala binigay sa amin. Kung bakit nagkaroon ng delay ang Pangulo. Sa yun lang yung update na binigay sa amin. Paalik ng Pangulo sa bahay pangarap. At pasakay na sa helicopter.
Because, let's see, baka naman nga, sabi nga natin ay ang isa sa pinaka-main factor ng pagka-delay ay yung ating panahon dahil masyadong maulap.
Baka nga. Baka tayo. Siguro sa gawin Manila baka medyo magulap doon. Pero since duty, hindi naman ka.
Ayaw naman nating isipin na last year, pinaghintay nyo ako ng 1 oras, kayo naman na maghintay ngayon. Hindi naman siguro ganun, Rudy, ano?
Hindi naman.
Alright, maraming salamat sa iyo, Rudy Andal,
Cheryl
ng Filipino Star ngayon. Hindi naman. Wala lang, nag-iisa. Ano lang, syempre, nagiging malikot lang paminsan-minsan ang ating isipan.
Para siya star pagdating. Si late siya.
Star naman na siya ngayon dahil last year ay may ibang star na nangyari.
Yes.
May ibang fireworks, ano?
Totoo.
Nagkaroon ng fireworks last year.
Oo. Ngayon, the coast is clear. Ika nga. Papasok siya, matahimik.
Oo. Titingnan natin na lang
At saka,
kung magiging matahimik pa rin yung lalamanin ng kanyang speech.
Totoo yan, oo.
Yan ang ano.
Everybody is waiting with bated breath. Siguro Prof, siguro mas hinihintay ng mga tao ngayon yung adlib niya kesa yung prepared speech.
Kasi wala last year eh.
Palagay ko wala nga.
He was
nga
very
last year.
cold last year.
Yeah.
Diba? Pati yung expression ng kanyang mukha, wala.
Yeah.
Iniisip ko nga, dahil nga this time ay may Philharmonic, diba, orchestra. Makakako, baka habang pagdating niya or paglakad niya, habang naglalakad, baka patugtugin yung paborito niyang kanta para it would put him in a very good mood. Yung ikaw. Yung ba yung kanta niya? Di ba yun yung kanyang favorite song?
Yeah.
Kasi alam ko, nabasa ko na kasama yun sa posibleng tugtugin ng, of course, meron yung kay Freddy Aguilar. Pero alam ko na nakasama yun sa listahan yung kanyang paboritong kanta.
Totoo
Baka
yan.
yun yung magtutulong na mapapangiti. Kaya lang, ang delikado doon, pag napag-good mood masyado dahil sa kanta,
Matagalan dyan.
matagalan ito.
Oo nga,
Okay lang na matagal, basta malaman.
Yeah.
Diba?
Totoo yan.
Malaman.
Oh, well, of course, siyempre, hindi natin ma-expect talaga a thorough litany of objectives, no? Kasi very short time. And alam na rin naman natin na makikita natin ang mga priorities niya sa budget eh. That's the clincher. So siguro it's more of a patingin ko aspirational and inspirational ngayon. Hopefully.
Since we've talked about wala na tayong masyadong mahimay, kasi ang gusto natin ay talagang yung pagkatapos ng speech ni Pangulong Duterte. Magandang balikan natin itong nangyaring botohan kanina sa Kongreso na finally ay nagkaroon na nga ng latag. Pero Professor, ito ba ay masasabi natin at makakampante natin na masusunod itong term sharing na ito? Dahil kung titignan nga daw natin yung history, hindi dito sa ating bansa, pero sa mga iba't ibang bansa, ay minsan lumalagpas yung nakakaunang upo.
Yeah.
Hindi bumibitaw agad. Kanina tinatanong ko si Dean Mel pero kung pagbabasihan natin yung mga reports before na sinasabing hindi popular si speaker ngayon, Alan Peter Cayetano, kung numero ang pagbabasihan natin, hindi natin maikakaila na kaya siya nanalo ay dahil sa endorsement ng Pangulo. pero yung performance niya will play critical dahil pag hindi happy sa performance, napakadali para mapalitan.
Kaya ang issue dyan yung in fact iniisip ko nga ang magiging problema niya after nung term ni Speaker Cayetano. Dahil while may term sharing agreement sa dulo, ano na naman yan, pre-caucus na naman yan. Sila naman mag-uusap. Hindi natin malalaman hanggang sa dulo. Kaya critical dito, tama ka Ma'am Cheryl, yung, yung legislative delivery niya. Madi-deliver niya ba? Mamanduhan niya ba yung membership? Pero ang palagay ko naman, may dahilan kung bakit in-endorso din siya ng Pangulo dahil hindi lang pagtalaw ng utang na loob. Dahil meron siyang palagi ko meron siyang ability na kumbinsihin yung mga kasama niya sa Kongreso para daw sa legislative agenda na yan.
Bakit hindi niya nakuha yung mga numero na dapat na makuha niya?
Kaya nga siya sinuportahan ng Pangulo para makuha niya. I think ang idea is ito nga yung problema sa political party system natin na kailangan i-personalize. Kaya we need the reform. Kaya ito yung sanang ma-deliver. Sinimulan na ni Speaker actually yung sa term limit. While medyo...
that will make them smile naman kasi. Diba, Mel? I think napaka-low naman nun para dito mo simulan yung iyong
pero I think idea
will make it
para, buksan.
5 years na 3 terms or unlimited term.
But don't you think, Prof. Alfred, na Senator Alan Peter Cayetano ay will not meet so much opposition? Ibig sabihin, dun sa ilalatag ng presidente agenda sa House of Representatives, taking into consideration historically ang House of Representatives na to the point na sinasabi ng mga tao na, sabihin lang naman ng presidente yan, sigurado ng go yan So, maaaring hindi naman siya mahirapan talaga dito sa House of Representatives, di ba? What do you think?
Palagay ko merong mga factors na critical na hindi lang to tungkol sa membro ng Kongreso kung kumbinsihin mo sa legislative agenda, kundi pati rin yung taong bayan dahil maaring yung isang challenge namin sa constitutional reform yan maaring may model ka na, maaring mapasa mo yan. Pero kung di mo makumbinsi yung tao, wala rin yan. Kasi sa dulo, hindi rin yan tatanggapin. So yun yung challenge ng legislative work. Yung idea na may batas ka, pinag-usapan nyo, pinagdebatihan nyo, dumaan ng ilang readings, tapos lumabas yung issue. Yun yung trabaho ng Kongreso. Kaya palagaw yun yung magiging challenge kay Speaker. Paano niya itatranslate yung political support ng presidente sa kanya at paano niya gagawing real policy outcome to. Dahil nakadepende yung leadership niya sa support ng mga sumuporta sa kanya, yung faction nila Congressman Velasco, nila Congressman Romualdez, and now we have hugpong with Congressman Ungab. So, yung how do you manage these three factions plus the opposition to get policy together?
Let's not forget, pwedeng dahil utos ng Pangulo, susunod po kami. Kumbagay, pagbibigyan. Pero hindi rin natin maiaalis na lahat naman itong mga paksyon na ito ay okay kay Pangulo. 'Di ba? Kung ang napili nila, kung hindi na nakialam, 'di ba? Sinabi na binigyan na ng pagkakataon ni Pangulo na mamili na kayo na lang mamili. Dahil it seems like acceptable sa kanya lahat yung tatlo. So kung sasabihin nila at may bumulong na nagsabi na we tried, pero hindi po talaga ito yung leadership na gusto namin. So we will resort to this, we're planning. Pwede sabihin ng Pangulo, sige na nga, kayo na lang ulit. Diba, maaaring ganon.
Officially, yun ang posisyon din ng Malacanang. In-endorse, sinuportahan niya, pero Congress na nag-decide. Pero critical yun siyempre yung support, yung endorsement ng Pangulo.
How about sa Senate?
Eto na.
Ito na. Yan.
Tingnan nga po natin, bago natin pagpatuloy yung ating talakayan, ay nakarating na raw po sa Batasang Pambansa ang helicopter. Ayan, nakikita po natin. Live to, no? Live tayo. Ito po ang helicopter na sinasakyan po ng ating Pangulo. At makikita po natin ay palapag na po ito. Ayan. At kasama na po natin sa linya ng telepono, balikan natin ang ating kasama mula sa Filipino Star ngayon, Rudy Andal. Rudy?
Cheryl?
Yes. Go ahead.
Kakalapat pa lang ng helicopter ng Pangulo ngayon dito sa Batasang Complex. Kaya sa loob ng mga ilang minuto ay inaasahan na magsisimula ang SONA ng Pangulo.
And so far, ayan, nakita na po natin Nakikita nyo ba mismo yung paglapag, Rudy?
Hindi kasi nandito kami sa may lobby.
Okay, so we're all monitoring on screen.
Sa GBM.
So ito, nakikita natin, nililigyan na ng hagdanan itong helicopter ng Pangulo at any moment now, he will step down that helicopter, no? At maganda yung palapag ng helicopter, talagang ginawa, no? Para siguro sa zonang ito, puting-puti. Puti ang nilapagan, puti rin ang helicopter.
Hindi ko na nakita.
Diba? Yan ang kanilang motif ngayon. Ayun. At,
It wasn't like that before, di ba? Yung ganitong puti, yung lalapagan na talagang, yung nilalapagan ng kanyang chopper.
yes, oo. Parang parang good to the eyes, ibig sabihin na masarap tignan, ika nga, no? Kung puti ang kulay.
Rudy, are you still there? Yung bang kanyang nilapagan nung kanyang chopper, it's the same area kung saan talaga lumalapag ang chopper ng Pangulo.
Sa likod ng papata niya, yun yung helipad.
Okay, so ito talaga yung sa helipad. At makikita natin nga, yun nga yung una namin napansin, na ito'y kulay puti. Na it wasn't like that before, di ba? Ayan, nakita na.
Dati ilaw yan, yung letter A.
So ngayon nag-iba na ng kulay. Nakita
Ayan,
na
no?
po natin si Pangulong Duterte ay bumaba na po sa kanyang sinakyan na chopper.
Sergeant of Arms.
At ngayon ay sinasalubong na po siya ng mga opisyal po. Ayan sa Rudy, help us on this, ano? Sabi mo nga ay si Pangulong Duterte ay sasalubungin ng House Sergeant of Arms.
Yes, saka
Senate Sergeant at Arms. And then after this ay ito ang kanilang paglalakad ay didiretso sila.
Doon sa holding area niya muna sa PLLO office. Kung saan sasalubungin naman siya ni Speaker Cayetano at Senate President Soco upang samahan siya sa pagpasok sa Bellon Hall.
Ayun. Okay, nakikita natin ngayon ang Presidente at sumasaludo na ngayon sa flag bearers patungo sa loob ng batasang pambansa. At yan, sinaluduhan niya ngayon ng siguro yung head of the guards yan, no? At nasa loob na siya. Nasa loob na siya, kinamayan siya ng ilang mga, ayun, si Speaker House Speaker Cayetano, Senator Recto, o may nagmano pa sa kanya, ayun si Subiri, at ilan pang mga siguro kongresista ito.
Senate President Tito Soto, kasama niya na, at House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano, ilang mga mambabatas. Of course, hindi natin hindi mawawala sa paningin. Nakita na natin si Senator Bongo ay nariyan din. And let's see, dahil because we're running late for an hour and a half, ay kung ito ay tutuloy pa rin sa holding area or magdedire-diretso na sa plenaryo. Pero siguro medyo may konti pa yung usapan. Ayun. That's the holding room. That's the holding area. And siguro ay mananatili sila dyan ng ilang minuto. At anytime now po, mga kapatid, huwag po kayong bibitaw, ay anytime now ay magsisimula na po ang ika-apat na State of the Nation address ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte.
Ayan, handang-handa na sila. Palagay ko, naabisuhan na rin ang mga kongresista at mga senador na nasa loob ng plenary hall ng ating kongreso at naghihintay na sila.
This is again directed by Direct Joyce Bernal. Itong mga shots na nakikita natin, yung wide shot na yan, yung kanina, yung pagtungo. Ayan, nakikita po natin ngayon yung pagtugtog ng Philharmonic Orchestra. Ito daw ay nakaposisyon sa labas ng plenaryo. So sasalubong ito sa Pangulo. Madadaanan sila ni Pangulong Duterte, I suppose, walking from the holding area to the plenary hall.
So ibig sabihin walang artificial ngayon. Talagang tunay na musika,
Okay.
'di ba? Natural.
Narinig ka kasi
With strings.
nagsalita ka kasi ng artificial eh. Nag-isip tuloy ako, anong artificial yan?
Ayan.
Ano kaya ang tinutugtog nila? Kayo ba naririnig nyo dyan sa ating booth? Any idea guys kung ano itong tinutugtog?
Ayan, nakikita natin mga ibang larawan ng mga tourist spots sa Pilipinas ngayon. Yan, Palawan yan, Coron yun. Yung nakita natin kanina lang, no? Siguro yun na rin ang pinapakita sa loob ng mababang kapulungan, parang introductory message ng araw na ito, no? Yung kagandahan ng Pilipinas. Ba? It's a right way to start the State of the Nation Address, no. Alam mo, ang State of the Nation Address is a mandate of the Constitution.
Tama.
Nasa Article 7, Section 23 natin yan, na ang Pangulo ay kailangan sa unang araw pa lang ng sesyon, lalo na ngay sa 18th Congress, maghatid ng kanyang mensahe sa ating Kongreso. At nakalagay pa nga sa Constitution, kahit kailan pwede siyang pumunta.
Tama.
At any time, he may likewise appear para sa importanteng mensahe.
Yeah.
At dyan rin nakalagay na within 30 days, maghahain si Pangulo ng budget ng gobyerno para nga sa pag-usad ng gobyerno sa susunod na taon. Ayan.
Yeah.
Okay, sa kasalukuyan, nakikita natin itong mga
Ito yung feed mismo, no?
Yes.
Feed ito
Part to
na nakukuha natin. This is part of the SONA. Ayun, meron na tayo.
minamahal. Tama ba? Yun ba yung kanta?
Ganda naman.
Ayan, naghahanda na naman po ang Philharmonic. Mukhang may tutugtugin na naman sila. Mukhang kompleto sila at madami silang musical numbers ngayon. Talagang pinaghahandaan nila itong SONA na maging musically oriented rin.
Mhm.
Talagang bagong-bago to. Bagong-bago
Ito
to.
ang kauna-unahan na talagang natutugtog po o tumugtog ang Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra dito po sa SONA ng isang Pangulo. At kung titignan po natin yung mga inirequest ng Malacanang na piyesang kanilang tutugtugin ay kasama, of course, ang pambansang awit natin, ang Lupang Hinirang, at ang personal anthem ni Pangulong Duterte na pagbabago mula sa ipaglalaban ko ni Freddy Aguilar at ang presidential anthem na mabuhay.
Ayan na, Cheryl, patungo na ang presidente sa plenary hall at unti-unti na siyang naglalakad. Ganda ang tugtog. Siguro naririnig ng presidente yan.
Maganda rin. Parang pelikula, may theme song.
Oo. Kasi iba na ang ambience kung habang siya ay naglalakad, merong tugtog. Mahilig si Presidente ilagay ang kanyang mga kamay sa kanyang pocket, no? Yan ang kanyang
Pag siya'y
mannerism.
nalalakad,
O yan,
naglalakad.
binobotonis niya ngayon yung kanyang barong. Talagang he wants to look very presentable. Ika nga.
Sabi niya, is it time? Ayan na.
Yung
He's a
kanyang-
very casual man eh.
very casual
Diba?
man.
He's a very casual man. Makikita po natin na hindi nagbago kahit na isang senador na si Senator Bongo ay kasama pa rin niya talaga't katabi niyang naglalakad. And this is the first time also na hindi makaka-attend ang presidential daughter, Mayor Sara Duterte. At maging si Vice Mayor Baste Duterte ay hindi naka-attend. Nakapasok na po ng plenary hall si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte.
Maganda yung music.
Joint session is called to order.
On the part of the House of Representatives, the joint session is called to order. Please rise for the nation's prayer.
Amang makapangyarihan, mapagkalingang Panginoon, may gawa ng langit at ng lupa.
Pinapupurihan namin ang iyong kadakilaan, inyong pagmamahal sa amin. Luwalhatiin ang iyong pangalan sa pagsanggalang sa amin, nang aming harapin mga hidwaan sa lipunan at mga unos ng kalikasan, hanggang kami ay inyong itinaas sa aming pagkalugmok, binigyan ng bagong karangalan, pamana sa mga henerasyong darating.
Samo po namin ang iyong kapatawaran sa mga kasalanan at pagkukulang. Inyong awa ay igawad po sa amin kung isinasantabi ang katotohanan at kalagayan ng mga mahihirap at mga naaapi. Pinalala ng aming pagmamalabis o pagwawalang bahala. Kabigo ang magmahal ayon sa iyong katuruan.
Tanggapin aming taos-pusong pasasalamat sa inyong patnubay nang tahakin namin ang landas ng kalayaan mula sa kadena ng kahirapan at pagkakawatak-watak. Pag-isahin po ninyo aming bayan sa gitna ng aming pagkakaiba-iba. Idulot po ninyo ang inaasam na kapayapaan at kasaganahan.
Basbasan ninyo aming pambansang pamunuan, mga kinatawan ng serbisyo sibil, aming hukbong sandatahan, tagapagpangalaga at ng kapayapaan, ng angalab at sagisag ng pagkamakabayan at mapagsakripisyo ay patuloy na lumukob sa kanila, higit na magsilbi ng may dangal at pagtalima sa inyong kalooban.
Inyong mga pagpapala may kaakibat na pagtugon, maging responsableng tagapangasiwa ng inyong nilikhang sanlibutan. Hubugin aming bayan na maging maunlad, tapat at nagtitiwala sa inyong walang humpay na pagmamahal. Amen.
Please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem to be led by Mr. Armand Ferrer.
Sinanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at aron niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na wag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Members of the House of Congress, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Thank you. Kindly sit down. Kumusta po kayo? Senate President Vicente Soto III and the honorable members of the Senate, House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano, and the honorable members of the House of Representatives, Vice President Maria Leonor Robredo magandang hapon po sa iyong ma'am at kung nasaan ka. Former Presidents Fidel V. Ramos, Joseph Ejercito, Macapagal Arroyo, His Excellency Kacha and esteemed members of the Diplomatic Corps, Executive Secretary Salvador Medaldia, and the other members of the Cabinet, Chief Justice Lucas Bersamin, and the Supreme Court, my fellow workers in government, mga mahal kong kababayan. Let me begin by extending my hand in gratitude to all who kept faith with me in our most trying times. Numbers speak 1,000 words, tell 100 tales, but the landslide victory of the administration candidates, as well as the latest survey result, shows that my disapproval rating is 3%. I hope that the members of Congress, sana hindi kayo included sa 3%, inspires me with determination to pursue relentlessly what we have started at the start of my administration. Few men imbued with the will and the courage to do what he believes is right and just, and whatever be the opposition in terms of numbers and noise, makes a majority. For it is not the eagle in the fight, but the fight in the eagle that matters. Believe me, I will end my term fighting. It has been 3 years since I took my oath of office, and it pains me to say that we have not learned our lesson. The illegal drug problem persists. Corruption continues and emasculate the courage we need to sustain our moral recovery initiatives. Years ago, we saw the terrible devastation caused by illegal drugs. On May 23, 2017, our law enforcers launched an operation to serve a warrant and to neutralize terrorists. A group of armed men with sophisticated weaponry and aided by local radicalized by extreme dogma and teachings fought our troops for weeks. During that Marawi siege, tons of shabu worth millions and millions of pesos. Drug money killed 175 and wounded 2,001 of my soldiers and policemen in that 5-month battle. I am aware that we still have a long way to go in our fight against this social menace. Let the reason why I advocate the imposition of the death penalty for crimes related to illegal drugs. Our citizens have begun to do their part in the war against drugs and through the barangay formation of anti-drug councils, and also actually surrendering bricks of cocaine found floating in the sea into our islands. I call this responsibility. However, the drugs will not be crossed unless we continue to eliminate corruption that allows the social monster to survive. I respectfully request Congress to reinstate the death penalty for heinous crimes related to drugs as well as plunder. My countrymen, it is a sad commentary that we cannot distinguish our need from our greed, our principles from our prejudices, the real from the fake, and the truth from a lie. The reason is because that many of us, what matters above all is the self. It is selfishness, it's worse for no purpose other than personal aggrandizement. To borrow the language of F. Chanel, Jose, we have not risen above and beyond the parochial interest. Our warped loyalty to family, friends, and tribal kin continue to exact a heavy toll on our programs designed to uplift the poor and reassure our investors, our foreign investors, local, and the business sector in this country. The recent uncovering of the massive fraud perpetrated against the public health insurance system proves that corruption is pervasive. Huge amount of medical funds were released to cover padded medical claims and imaginary treatment of ghost patients. I am grossly disappointed. The government is conned of millions of pesos which could be used to treat illnesses and possibly save the lives of many. Thus, I ordered the NBI to arrest and cause the prosecution of those liable. I appointed a new PhilHealth president, whom I know is a man of integrity, a military man, a former military officer, and gave him marching orders to prioritize ridding the agency of corruption. By the way, I commend the Bureau of Investigation for its handling of high-profile cases resulting in the arrest and prosecution of criminals. These culprits will have their day of reckoning in court. I hope it happens during the last 3 years of my term. Concerning the unscrupulous persons manning our ports and scalawags in uniform, we have been unyielding in our reforms to weed them out of public service. I have fired or caused the resignation of more than 100 officials and appointees of government without regard to relationship, friendship, and alliance. There is no sacred cow, as the saying goes, in my administration. Institutions that are the stewards of our resources and agents of development have long been a major source of public frustration. Drastic reforms within these agencies have yielded results. Our government-owned and controlled corporations, infamous for high salaries and bonuses being paid for their executives and employees, have started to shape up. As of July 9, 2019, we collected more than 61 billion from GOCCs or government corporations, 32 of which, or 32% is 16 billion from PAGCOR. This is more than the 36 billion collected in 2017. My salute to Andrea Domingo. Magpasugal ka pa ng marami. Bureau of Customs, though corruption-ridden, managed to collect 585 billion pesos in 2018. Imagine how much more could have been collected had the BOC been clean and less corrupt. May I cut and just magsalita lang ako kung anong sa isip ko. I went to the Bureau of Customs 2 weeks ago and found out that there are about 63 of them facing charges, criminal charges, and 61 of them under investigation. I hope that I can have the cooperation of Congress. If we cannot abolish their position, and if I cannot dismiss them for the reason that there is a security of tenure, I will just allow them to have their plantilla positions, but they have to report to Congress every day to help me in the huge paperwork that we have to do every day. All of them will go out from the premises of the customs area. I do not want them back. We in government talk too much, act too little, and too slow. I recall saying that before the congressional hearing when I was mayor of Davao City. I say that again to emphasize how little we have changed since then. We have long on rhetorics, but short of accomplishments. It's just that you, Congress, or even the executive department, and maybe me. So I am here to rectify my own error. That is why I implore those who occupy positions of power and authority to let your deeds and accomplishments do the talking. Lead by example. Words ring hollow when not followed by positive and prioritized action. Time and again, I have emphasized that, like my fellow workers in government, trabahante lang po ako ng Pilipino. Last year, I signed the Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act, a significant piece of legislation to improve service delivery and fight corruption still until now. However, much is to be done in ensuring our responsiveness to the people's needs based on complaints received by this contact center Bayan, that's in my office. The LTO, SSS, BIR, LRA, and Pag-ibig are the top 5 agencies that need to drastically improve their service. I reiterate my directive to the government on instrumentalities, including the LGUs and the government corporations. Simplify. Andito ba kayo? Simplify. Just like the others. You can do it electronically. You do not have to go to the office. I've been asking that from you since 3 years ago. Pag hindi pa rin yung nagawa yan ngayon, papatayin ko talaga kayo. Nabubwisit na. Simplify and make your services responsive to client-friendly. Your client is the Filipino, our employer. From where the money in our pockets come from our salaries. Thanks to Executive Secretary Major Dia, we have increased the number of lines from hotline 8888 to make it more responsive to the public. Our ultimate goal is for our people to be freed from using these hotlines because government service and response have markedly improved. Again, ang problema kasi ng Pilipino, I'm addressing now to the Filipino. Kayo rin kasi, sinasabi ko na sa inyo, be assertive. At pag kayo o ikaw hiningian more than the required payment by government at humingi pa sa iyo, I've been telling you, mag-iskandalo kayo sa opisina. Make a scene. Sampalin mo yung na yan. Kasi aabot rin sa akin yan. And I have done that. Ako magprangka ako sa inyo. Ako lang ang presidente na hanggang ngayon nagbubugbog talaga ng tao. Yan sa loob ng Malacanang. Pinapakain ko ng pera yung mga yawa na yan. Igalit na ako sa inyo eh. Kindly be assertive. Pagka hiningian ka, sabihin mo, ina mo, sabi ni Duterte, the President told us, that if you extort money from me, I will slap you. At sampalin talaga ninyo. Di na bali magkaaway, I will defend you. At kung maari, and this is what I've been doing all along, there's an 888. Be sure that it is true. Though you are not liable for libel, pero wag naman yang makasakit ka ng kapwa-tao na wala namang kasalanan. 888 then place to President Duterte abuses by director asking for money. Text mo, lalabas yan dyan. And that is for the public to view. At kung totoo, Malacanang, I said, is open 24 hours. 24 hours, basta corruption. And that is why that fiasco about the frigate ni Trillanes was because yung Koreano na napagbili ng barko to sold the ship to the Philippine government, wala pa hong delivery. And it was there already ready. And that is why that Korean went to Malacanang just to complain, why is it that there is no request for delivery? So I told Bong, ayusin mo yan. He went to Lorenzana, and Lorenzana, nagsulat siya. May nakakuha, because sa Malacanang, every administration may tao yan dyan. Every administration leaves some of the men because they are appointed on plantilla position. Kinuha nila, then it was brought here before the Congress. And so Bong was called to testify and said he was assured it will be a closed door. So I told Bong, no, ask for an open and public hearing. Sabi ko, sabihin mo sa lahat, kanina, wala, you have nothing, just say the truth. Sabi ko, pagkatapos niya testify, sabi ko, Bong, maniwala ka hindi, you will be a senator. Totoo yan. That is the story of how convoluted politics and corruption here in our country works. Equipped with political will, the government ordered the closure of Boracay Island for 6 months to prevent its further deterioration. We cleaned and rehabilitated the island and not allowed it to heal naturally. I am proud to say that it has been restored close to its original pristine state. Boracay Interagency Task Force led by Secretary Simato and fully supported by Secretaries Andio, Romulo Puyat, what's her name? Puro surname ito, Romulo Puyat. What's her name? Berna. Berna, Romulo Puyat, Belo, and Villar, and the TESDA Chief Mamanjong for this huge success. Kudos are also due to the PMS for integrating the 6-month rehabilitation plan and the NEDA for the recently approved Mindanao Term Boracay Action Plan. Boracay Island is just the beginning, and the girls there, the foreigners, are waiting for you, gentlemen, to visit the place. They are all on the beach sunbathing. You are invited to, I have not been there. Alam mo, nung naayos yan, day before, we were told that there's gonna be an opening tomorrow. So on the TV on that day, magandang hapon, showed a lot of bantings and banners, Salamat, Duterte, ano mapagkatao. So when I saw it, I called the military and the police, remove the bantings. I am not going there. No need to really advertise. I am paid for what I'm doing. Nakukurnihan ako. Too much adulation, bordering pretensions. I can almost smell it a mile away. And I never went there until now. What I did was, I went to the other side of the island and asked the DAR, what is the status of the land behind the beach of Boracay? And they are still categorized as forestal and agriculture. Not, I said, not commercial? No, sir. So I told the agrarian reform, go to the place, have it inspected, because I will declare the whole of the island a land reform program. And I gave the islands piece by piece to the Etas, the natives of the place, para walang masabi. Marami kasi ginawa ko raw, para linisan ko, ibigay ko sa mga kaibigan ko. Wala akong kaibigang mayaman. Ayaw kong kaibigan ng mayaman. Because pagka mayaman ka, tatabi lang ka lang sa akin, pati ako napahira na ng kung ano-ano ang hingiin mo sa gobyerno. There are those who violate environmental rules. I am giving due notice to the LGUs and other stakeholders, kayo po, of tourist destinations to take extra steps in the enforcement of our laws and the protection of our environment. On January 27, 2019, we officially started the Manila Bay rehabilitation. Though we have a long way to go, we are encouraged by the test results of the waters near Padre Faura. We will relocate informal settlers. I hope it can happen during my time. Along the waterways and shut down establishments that continue to pollute and poison our waters. Make a choice. I'm going to the... Malaki ba yung building dyan? I'm going to dismantle your building or just simply burn it down so that we can have a new setup of environmental friendly, whatever that needs. So the Build program in emerging economic hubs outside Metro Manila, this will swiftly gain ground thanks to the efforts of the economic team led by Secretary Dominguez. Hard at work in the interconnection of our islands and cities by air, land, and sea are Secretaries Tugade and Villar. Alaman naman ninyo, magaganda na ang airport ninyo. Inuna ko nga kayo. Everybody's complaining about the Davao Airport, and I said, Davao will be the last. Kung hindi na maabutan, sabi ko mga taga-Davao, pasensya na kayo. Para walang masabi ang Congress sa atin, baka nga 3% sila doon sa kabila. We also paved the way for the entry of third telecommunication provider. Do not worry about this. There is no corruption at all. I guarantee you, upon the grave of my father, I do not talk to them. I just say, just do your work. And kung maaari, according to what the specifications are required by this government. I challenge this new player to fulfill its commitment to provide fast and reliable telecommunication services to our people, especially in the underserved areas. DICT Secretary Hunasan will be the lead man in this endeavor. I hope he is here. However, developmental gains will not be felt by our people in the countryside if we cannot maintain law and order. Yung peace and security, we need to enforce the law. After almost 2 decades of peace negotiation, the Bangsamoro Organic Law was finally passed and ratified. For decades, our Muslim brothers in the armed have been mired in poverty. My late Muslim brother, Minda Chair Abdul Gair Alonto, envisioned a progressive, peaceful, and united Mindanao during our lifetime. It is my hope that the Bangsamoro transition will fast-track the establishment of regional government that will secure and comfortable life for Muslim brothers and sisters and all indigenous communities in the Bangsamoro regions. Additionally, I have taken the helm of the National Task Force to end local communist armed conflict and have assigned a cabinet member to each region to harmonize government efforts in attaining national development security. Through the exceptional leadership of Secretary Briones and the DepEd, I am proud to say that this year more Filipino learners are receiving basic education with over 27 million enrollees from kinder to senior high school. And because we have still a little to spare, the fastest population growth, one of the is the Philippines. We are so industrious that we are producing more people than. I do not want to quarrel with the religious, but more than 823. Sorry, but I is not good for the. Nasuot ko lang to pag paminsan-minsan eh. Out of school youth and adult learners were able to access non-formal education through the alternative learning system for our national sports development. I support the proposed measure to create the National Academy for Sports for high school students. Almost 86,000 micro, small, and medium enterprises, or the MSMEs, have received over $3 billion worth of loans since 2017, thanks to the efforts of Secretary Lopez and the DTI. Additional benefits for solo parents, the assignment of health workers in all barangays, and the expansion of the malasakit centers are what we also hope to achieve through the bills filed by the original concept of Bongo para manalo sa kampanya. Yun ang mantra niya. Tutuhanin mo lambong, mapahiya tayong lahat. I also implore Congress, you have to study this very carefully. Congress has to postpone the May 2020 election. And yung barangay Sangguniang Kabataan to October 2022. Because if you read it, to rectify the truncated terms, paiba-iba na eh. The truncated terms of sitting barangays, but also provide them with the ample time to finish the programs and projects. I suggest Congress should also enact the Magna Carta for barangays. This administration's malasakit at Serbisyo program has of course reached the Filipinos who labor in foreign lands. The milestone signing of the bilateral labor agreement with Kuwait in 2018 is a testament of my commitment to stop abuses inflicted on our overseas Filipinos, to ensure their welfare, protection, and their access to government services. The establishment of the Department of Overseas Filipinos will sufficiently address this particular need. Our accomplishments for the past 3 years and the plans for the next 3 are discussed in detail in my midterm report to the people, copies of which shall be made available before the day ends. Let me repeat what I said many times before. Honestly, I have identified the enemy who dump us into this quagmire we are in. I have met the enemy face to face, and sadly, the enemy is us. We are our own tormentors, addressing the Filipino people. We are our own demons. We are as rapacious predators preying on the helpless, the weak, and the voiceless. We find corruption everywhere in government when every malefactor watching his cohorts back in blatant disregard of his oath when he assumed public office. Even the language has evolved to soften the wickedness of the criminal act. For the boys, sponsoring an event, or what else have you? No amount of euphemism can trivialize or normalize betrayal of public trust or any other criminal offense. It is an injury laced with insult. It is both a national embarrassment and a national shame. For every transaction, a commission. For every action, extortion. Any request that goes on and on endlessly and shamelessly. Catharsis is what we individually and collectively need to do today. Not tomorrow, but today. Self-purgation, followed by the resolve to do what is right and proper, is good for the nation's health. Let me ask you, when will corruption end? Kailan ba talaga ito? Hanggang kailan? Well, I don't know. I've been with government for almost 35 years now. I am not singling out myself. It's the entire gamut of our system. Corruption exasperates. It frustrates. It is also exasperating that there are times when I think that perhaps it is blood that we need to cleanse and rinse away. The dirt and the muck that stick to the flesh like leeches. Of course, it is only a thought. I am simply thinking aloud to dispel any controversy that my statements in this regard will create something else. Words of Pedro Guerrero, who said, "Sometimes they write what I say, and they write what I say and not what I mean." So yung mga papurga-purga lang dyan. I use similes, metaphors, hyperbole, and other figures of speech every now and then to prove or stress a point. I am as human as anybody else. On the matter of the Philippine West Philippine Sea, the avoidance of conflict, armed conflict, and protection of our territorial waters and natural resources compel us to perform a delicate balancing act. A shooting war is grief and misery multiplier. War leaves widows and orphans in its wake. I am not ready or inclined to accept the occurrence of more destruction, more widows, and more orphans should war, even on a limited scale, breaks out. More and better resorts can be reached in the privacy of a conference room than in the squabble in the public. That is why I will do in the peaceful way, mindful of the fact that it is a national pride and territorial integrity that are at stake. Short of expressly advocating a call to arms, there are those who say that we should stand up and stop those who fish in our economic zone. of course, we will do in due time. There is, alam mo ganito yan eh. When I became president, and when the M16 rifles were canceled by America upon the prodding of the U.S. Congress, I found myself in a quandary because reports were already very ripe na there was the passing of arms in Marawi. And because of the arms were already mostly in the hands of the police, hands me down from the army, were quite old. And sometimes the bolt that pushes the bullet flies out. And the barrel has really become loose. And there are no more lands and means to push it into a circular trajectory to maintain its accuracy. So I was forced to go to China. Di mabutit na lang na masabi ko sa inyo to. Then in China, we had a bilateral. I brought along the military man, Anyo, the chief of staff then, and all of them. Lorenzana, Esperon, National Security. In that meeting, I said, cabinet members were there, I want to go to my territory to dig oil. That's the word. I dig. Because that is ours. Ang sabi ni President Xi, well, you know, there's a conflict there. Do you think rather than go there and have a confrontation, not necessarily the great ships, warships, but, you know, a squabble there could lead to something else. So we just became friends. And perhaps we can talk about this. But not an outright precipitate move. Because, you see it softly, it can mean trouble. If the trouble comes out from the mouth of a president of a republic, anong magawa mo? So, what did I answer? Well, then maybe, sir, we can talk about this at some other time. But definitely, before I go, we must talk about the West Philippine Sea. We cannot, you know, have our cake and eat it too in this. You know, I cannot go there even to bring the Coast Guard to drive them away. China also claims the property and he is in possession. Yan ang problema. Sila yung in possession and claiming all the resources there as an owner. We are claiming the same, but we are not in the position because of that fiasco. Noong dalawang nag-stand off doon during the time of my predecessor, si Albert, ambassador, if I'm correct, I do not know his real name, tayo ang umatras. Pagsabi na umatras, that was a kind of a compromise. Tayo ang umatras. Nung umatras tayo, pumasok sila. Marami na. That day, we lost the Spratly and the Panganiban. Yan ang totoo. Walang bulahan yan. Ngayon, may arbitrary ruling. I said, I could not even ask for the oil, claiming the entire resources of the Marawi. Anong sabihin ko sa kanila? Kaya sinabi ko, let us do this mutually. Of course, when she says, I will fish, who can prevent him? And sabi ko naman, we will fish because we claim it. And sabi ko, please allow, because before that, they were driving away our fishermen. Di ba, inaabog nila? Kaya sabi ko, do not drive them away because the Filipinos are of the belief that they are also declaim it. Now, if you deprive the Filipinos of their... Magkagulo talaga yan. And it could lead to one, not really war. I said, we have to... sabi ko, so I said, I allowed. That was on the premise that I own the property. Pero hindi tayo in control of the property. Yan, magsabi sila, of course, I will allow you. Kaya pinabalik. Yung disgrasya, yung pagsabi, a mere incident, legal marine incident. Yan ang ginagamit sa batas. Yan. A marine incident happened. Hindi naman sinasabi ang marine accident. It was just nabanggaan, wala naman. So they wanted to talk. Tapos ayaw dito. And so, sige, we will investigate and you investigate. And when we are ready, we should meet and compare notes. And let us determine who pays for what damage. Ganun lang. Ipadala ko yung Marines ko to drive away the Chinese fishermen. I guarantee you, not one of them will come home alive. Kung ipadala ko yung 5, pati yung frigate ko na bago, yung pinagkaguluhan nila ni Trillanes dyan sa that made Bong a senator, ubos yan. Because there are already guided missiles in that island. And the fastest that they have installed there can reach Manila in 7 minutes. You want war? Alam mo, asaran yan eh. Supladuhan yan. Kung supladuhan lang, umalis ka diyan. Kung ganunan lang, bright ako dyan. Hanggang bunganga lang. Pero kung bunutan na ng baril, pwede siguro. Basta 2 lang. But the problem is, whether we do it in a diplomatic way, there will be heated arguments. Sigurado yan. We do it in a confrontation doon, we try to drive them away, it could lead to a violence. Anyway yan. By the way, the President answered when I said, I will dig my oil the first time I went to China. Nakita ko yung tao. So you can more or less draw a profile of his. Please do not do that because there will be trouble. Ano man magawa ko? I go there as the fisheries and besides, I was invoking yung traditional fishing rights. It is in that arbitrary ruling. Ayaw lang ninyo gustong tignan. It is mentioned there that even before countries were in existence, people around an ocean or a lake had already been fishing there for generations. And that is why fishing rights are allowed in the so many cases between Finland and Germany, decided by UNCLOS. UNCLOS is the international law of the seas. UNCLOS is a product of a treaty. That treaty is also a part of our land because we are a signatory. Dito kung basahin lang ninyo yan ng husto, it is there. You might just say, China and everybody recognizes traditional fishing rights for the natives who were there even before the creation of republics and governments. That law is a human law. So I'm sorry I have to I promised you 40 minutes. God. You want me to start? Oh, we can go home now. I have exceeded my... There is a time for everything. Do not believe the others because they are not my friends. They are my political enemies. They say, I do not believe in God. Who says? I am a believer of a universal minder. But I do not believe that a God so perfect would create hell for his creation. And what kind of God is he? He is not my God. There's a time for everything. A time to negotiate and a time to quarrel. With your enemy, with your political opponents, with your wife. That is why some lives here are and a time to antagonize, and a time to make peace, and a time to go to war, and a time to live, and a time to die. That's Ecclesiastes 3. Our ownership of the West Philippine Sea is internationally recognized. However, both the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, and the Arbiter Award in the case of Republic of the Philippines versus People's Republic of China recognize instances where another state may utilize the resources found within the coastal states. Exclusive economic zone, the arbitral ruling even states, the one that they are charging me for violating the Constitution. Sino gani yun? Suntukin lang kita dyan, buti pa. Dito the arbitrary even states that the Philippines may enter into fishing agreements with other states, provided certain conditions and requisites in the UNCLOS are met. So yung aking sabi niya, let's go fish. Sabi ko, you have to act, they've been there fishing since time immemorial. I think it was Adam who got the first lapu-lapu there. Let me assure you that national honor and territorial integrity shall be foremost in our mind. And we may take next steps in the smoldering controversy over the lines of arbitral ruling. The West Philippine Sea is ours. There is no ifs and buts. It is ours. But we have been acting along that legal truth and line. But we have to temper it with the times and the realities that we face today. Poverty incidence fell from 27.6% in the first half of 2015 to 21% in the first half of 2018. The most important number, though, is the 6 million Filipinos we need to pull out from poverty. Kindly help me on this. And as I said, corruption is everywhere. You are free to investigate. I don't take offense. If there is anything wrong in my department, the executive, you are free to open the investigation anytime. You do not have to call me. Call the idiots, expose them, and send them to jail. You are helping. Do not be, I am not, I've been a prosecutor. I know how it works. Feel free. Feel free to expose anything that is not in accordance with law. We have pursued tax reforms to fund our poverty reduction programs. I therefore implore Congress to immediately pass Package 2 of the Comprehensive Tax Reform Program, or the Trabajo Bill, which shall gradually lower the corporate income tax and rationalize and improve fiscal incentives. It will energize our MSMEs and encourage them to expand their business and hopefully generate, I'm missing the word hopefully, para sabihin na you're all talk, hopefully 104 million jobs in the coming years. The MSMEs hold the promise of raising a lot of the Filipinos. I therefore believe that it is now time for Congress to approve a new version of the salary standardization law. Ngayon na. And to the teachers, alam mo dito, who toil and work tirelessly to educate our young. Kasali na po dito yung hinihingi ninyo. Hindi naman masyadong malaki, pero it will tide you over during this hard time. A little bit bigger than before. This is intended to increase salaries of national government workers, including teachers and nurses. Good. I am also asking Congress to pass the remaining packages of my administration's tax reform program and the bills that would further raise excise tax on, very good, let us do it, tobacco and alcohol. Sinong naninigarilyo dito? They should be exterminated from the face of the earth. They are the ones, you know, I do not hide what's wrong with me. I acquired Burgess disease because I smoke. But I made it a national policy because, you know, when I was new mayor, I went around to see the discos and nightclubs. I could hardly see the faces of the people inside. You have to wade into a thick smoke to just recognize one. So that was when I decided. But I was still smoking. But I decided, because I knew, I already had it. It's time. So, sabi ko. And in national law, para lahat na, that at 12 o'clock, everything closes. I'm not trying to pull a chair here. Mine was that 2 o'clock noon sa Davao. It was 2, then I reduced it to 1. When that boxing mayor there became mayor, she reduced it to 6. Walang order, no orders in advance. So we have ordered already, so you can close, but we have to drink. Itong ngayon, at 12, everything closes down. Nobody works. So I think that we should adopt it. Most of the states, in many states, in many countries, gano'n ba? Alas 12, sarado na talaga. We have to stop drinking. And jukebox, they're only good up to 8, 9. 8 maganda. It's there in every corner store, blares out noise, and the children will go to school and the working class, and you are there with your store. I have prohibited it in Davao, and at 12, as you see, Davao is quiet because everybody is resting already. Be it in the memorial parks, cemetery, or in the comfort of their home. The evaluation system has also to be improved. Local government units and rationalize capital income tax. I urge Congress to review and pass the government right-sizing bill to reconfigure the existing Metro Manila-centric bureaucracy, streamline government systems in order to deliver services without delay and within a short timeline. These reforms would be for naught if we cannot avert of a new poor every time a disaster strikes. The Philippine experience has shown that natural disasters are poverty creators. That is why we need to hasten the establishment of the Department of Disaster Resilience so that this department focus on the natural hazards and climate change. I urge Congress to fast-track the passage of the administration of this bill, administration version rather. In 2017, I reminded all of you of the probable consequence of a catastrophic earthquake in Metro Manila and its surrounding provinces. Since then, I have established a project management office for the earthquake resilience and the greater Manila area to implement two-pronged strategy on earthquake resilience and mitigation efforts. I just heard, it's not in my speech, I just heard that from a psychic that the first crack when the big one hits will be right here in the center of this. Yan man ang sabi nila. Philippines is so corrupt, it's so lousy, that if you kill all congressmen, senators, and the president, we will have a new day. So I pray that if the earthquake comes, it comes now, this moment. Kompleto na tayo. May madamay pa tayo doon sa harap. We weathered one damaging effect of climate change this year. The El Nino wreaked havoc in the agricultural sector and caused water shortage in the greater Metro Manila area. We need to pass bill creating the Department of Water Resources and Water Regulatory Commission. Alam mo, the agencies and the guys that are handling the entire water work system, you have to change it immediately. You know what? There was this 3-day no water. I was in Davao. So everybody was complaining. And I was even afraid to come here because what if my girlfriend will not be able to take a bath? She will smell like hell. So I said, I'll wait for the water to wash her. Alam mo kung hindi ako nagmura, kung hindi ko sinabi, and then when I arrived in the morning, there was water. And my girlfriend was fresh. I also call on Congress to pass a law mandating a fire protection modernization program. Diyan tayo nagano. If you go to Davao, you find the best. The best of everything. 911, all the cameras, all the screens. We need that if we can fund it. Alam mo, sabi ni, Sunny is here? Secretary Dominguez? Siya man ang magyayabang. Sabi niya, marami tayong pera. Pero pag tanungin namin siya doon sa cabinet meeting, walang pera, walang pera. Si Jokno, ganun rin. Kaya tapon ko sa Central Bank. Every time sabihin mo, we discuss projects. We plan. And we submit it to Congress. About its final imprimatur. Hindi kami, may pera ba tayo dyan? Wala. Magkano? 4 billion. That is not the property. No money, no money. Saan palang pera natin dito? Sa bulsa ninyo? Karaming koleksyon natin dito. But Sunny says that we can fund. This one we have to answer. Now, I would like to remind, pagbigyan na lang ninyo ako para man ito sa lahat. Alas 6 pa nga, ginugutom na kayo. Hindi pala kayo nagmerienda. Alam mo, ever since na-integrate yan, you would notice in your cities and provinces the deterioration of the service itself. Wala nang mga truck, luma na. Ano, do you believe it in Davao City? I'll show it to you. We have in 1934 Studebaker fire truck. Maganda pa. So we have to do better than this, because there are other cities which are utterly without the tools to respond to the challenges of fire. We have to come up with something that is really good. I mean, at this age, it would be a shame if you cannot put up a fire in 2 days, 3 days. My God. We have to set aside. Sunny, you have the money? Oh, yes. O, see? Basta sa maraming tao, mahiya man mag-deny. Yeah, totoo yan. Totoo yan. We have the money, so maybe Sunny can give you a figure that we can set aside. Nakakahiya talaga itong ano natin. Ang Davao meron. Davao has a very good 911. Hindi ako nagyayabang. And we have cameras in every corner, so we can solve crimes immediately. And mayroon kaming 911. What is your emergency? That's the standard. It's fire, they call the fire department. Sabi ko, 911, yes. What's your emergency? I seem to have lost my girlfriend since we know you, Mayor. You go back to Manila. There are plenty left there. Go. This will equip the Bureau of Fire Protection with tools to respond to challenges. I further ask Congress to urgently pass the National Land Use Act or NLUA within this year. Pakilang po, so that we can proceed with the new, we can meet the demands of the new investors coming in. Ang lupa natin ang problema A science-based national land use plan would serve as basis for the LGUs in crafting respective development plans and help disperse economic activities to the countryside. The dispersion of economic and business activities to Visayas and Mindanao is not just a campaign promise, it is an economic imperative and a key to our country's sustainable and equitable development. We will encourage investment that would develop the rural areas and Metro Manila and other mega urban areas. Let me cut here. Total, maliit na lang. I would just like to remind everybody, no offense intended to the mayors and governors, to the local government. Pero yung style ninyo na it takes about 3 days, 4 days for the employees of a certain company, store, or whatever to go back and forth. When they go back, you have in your regulation. He gets it, he secures it, then when he goes back, saying, oh, there's still, you have to follow, you have to get this paper. I will tell you now. Hindi ako nagyayabang. In Davao, it's 1 hour. Unless there is a need for ocular inspection. I am directing you publicly. Mayors, I am directing also the DILJ, Secretary Anyo of the local government, to see to it that this is honored. All clearances, permits emanating from your office that would need also your approval must be out at the very least within 3 days. You do not do that. I am directing si Secretary Anyo. Is he here, sir? Nandito ka? secretary, he's the former chief of staff. He's also a military man. I want 3 days, unless there is an exceptional reason. 3 days, para hindi na magpabalik-balik kasi dyan ang pirahan. Pagdating doon, meron namang hingin, padotong mo hingin. Kaya said ay Filipinos, if it is done to you, I'm telling you, slap the guy, create a scene, create a scandal, because that incident, however little, will reach me. And if that does, you can be sure, if I do not call you an idiot, I will go there myself. That is a promise, that is a pledge. Make it a part of my oath of office. Lahat kayo dyan, pati ang easement, well, under bilyar, okay na. Pero yung easement, $1 billion, $1 billion peso. Well, if it's a foreign company, it's $1 billion thing. Ganon yan, pabalik-balik at ito'y binabayaran. That's why nagpatong, if all monies and revenues due government are collected in good faith, marami tayong pera. I'm telling you as president, marami tayong pera para extra money to uplift the mass of Filipinos who are suffering. Baski ospital lang and housing. Well, jobs, it's the economy that runs it. If the economy is good, more jobs. At the meantime, itong hospitalization, education, the basic things, saka itong relocation. Kaawa talaga. Kung makulikta lang natin, hindi makurap ang pera, marami tayong pera. Kaya ako nagsabi, that's why I will make it public. I was a denying Filipino. I gave it to a group of people. Tapos, nagpabidding sila. Ang nagbidding nila is to allow a gambling casino to be erected there inside Dinayong Filipino. Kaya ako nagsabi, anong kahulugan ng Nayong Pilipino kung lagyan mo ng sugalan and without a bidding? Nandiyan yung mga general, they are there, chief of staff. Kasi paggaling doon, pumunta ako sa command conference. Pagdating ko sa command conference, may pinasa si Sane, ghost delivery sa AFP Hospital. Galing pa ako doon. When I was facing the military and police, sabi ko, look, I thought I had my back covered by you. If I cannot trust you, you better tell me now. Because if you, the commanders of the Air Force, Army, pati Albayalde and the Navy, I will step down now. I am residing. I'll go back to Davao. You do the explaining to the people why. Ginanon ko talaga. And one of the cabinet meetings, ganon rin. There was this 2-year pabalik-balik na yung back and forth for Tibers was sitting on their ass paper. So when they were explaining to me the revised plan, and with so many requirements, clearances from NBI, I stood up with the cabinet members, lahat kami. And the cabinet meeting said, stop. That idiotic matrix is not for me. That is intended for the next, maybe the president after the next. Lumabas ako, sabi ko, inyo na yung gobyerno ninyo. Sabi ko, wala ako I'm tired. I'm tired and talagang gusto ko na rin mag-resign. Because I'm not happy anymore. Sabi ko, anytime And the military said, if you want to take over Kudita, go ahead. Do not bring your armors, do not bring your weapons here. Call me and we'll have coffee. I do not believe. I think Marcos and Estrada were correct. That they did not allow kasi yung gwardiya dito pareho yan. Lahat sila dadaan yan sa Presidential Command. All of them will be assigned. Nag-iikot yan sila. A taste of everything. Hanggang Mindanao. Kaya kilala ko yan sila lahat. Dumaan ng Mindanao. Sabi ko talaga, inyo na. Ayaw ko na. Sabi ko, sige, sinong gusto? Raise your right hands. I, duly appointed member of the junta, will now make the SONA next month. Bahala kayo dyan. Don't threaten them about it. If you think that you can run the country better than the elected one, go ahead. That's not is the problem of the Filipino people. At tala sa cabinet kaya abutan ako ng tupak, magbaba dito ako, may bahala na kayo dyan. I'm going home. One estimate pegs economic losses at 3.5 billion a day due to traffic congestion in Metro Manila. So meantime, I reiterate my directive, my request, my pleading to the MMDA and all concerned local officials in Metro Manila and other cities to undertake immediate action to ensure the speedy and smooth flow of vehicular traffic. Reclaim all public roads that are being used for private ends. Marami dyan. And again, I ask Secretary Anyo to see to it that this is enforced. If there is a mayor or kung ano sino kang demonyo ka, i-suspend mo, Sir Anyo. And if he cannot, if he is not up to it, then papahingayin mo na lang. Suspend mo na. Wala talagang magawa. They just keep on pleasing their own constituents just because there is a constituent, a leader. Ganun kayo eh. The only way to do it, anyway, me, I have no problem. Me, I am an inutil official. Me, I cannot run anymore. Me, after 6 years, I might lose my head. Wala na ako. No more challenges in politics. No more mountains to climb. I will just do my duty. And most of my cabinet members are actually military men. You know why? Gusto niyo malaman? Do not be embarrassed. Atin-atin na lang ito. Huwag mo na silang pansinin yung mga ano dyan. Parang nag-meeting-meeting lang tayo dito. Yung parang nagpulong-pulong lang. Do not mind them. Kung tingnan kasi ninyo, mahiya kayo. Kasi ganito yan. My penchant for military men. I want to ingratiate myself to them. What? I was elected by the people, not by the military, not by the police. But why do I have this predisposed to? Kasi utusan sila madali. Kasi pag sinabi mong walang korupsyon, walang korupsyon. Kaya lang, ang military, just like any organization, pag ang top dyan, general o ang commander-in-chief, kukorrupt yan lahat. Pero kung sabihin mo na matino, they will follow. So Boracay, I sent si Mato. Sabi ko, puntahan mo nga doon. Is John Mato here? Si Roy? Ayan. Ito si Roy, nakilala ko to sa Mindanao. Hindi ko man niya kilala, Mindanao. Na-mayor kasi ako 23 years. So all of them passed by Mindanao, kilala ko. Pag inutusan mo, kaagad. And they know that I will not give illegal orders for them to implement. Alam nila, abogado ako. Sabi ko, sundin lang ako ninyo. Kaya I was surprised when I ordered si Mato to go there, to Boracay, Sir Frank. Alam mong ginawa niya? The next day, lumabas siya doon sa Daily Mirror. Naglalakad siya doon sa beach, naka-t-shirt ng blue, at yung mata niya nandoon sa dalawang Caucasian na kadamit sa Mato. Akala ko ba inutusan kita? Yes, ano? O bakit ka nagpalakad-lakad dyan sa beach? Tingnan mo yung nagkabikini na dalawang puti. Sa napadaan lang ako, sir. Kuya, trabahuin mo yan, ha? And they did it in 6 months' time. Of course, with I like si Mato because he mixes pleasure with work. That is the way how to do it. I give you until the last week of the year, yung sa September na, to do this. Clean the LGUs. Walang mangyari dito. We shall continue to invest in the countryside through agricultural programs that will increase the productivity and income of small farmers and fisherfolk. We shall ensure the full implementation of the rice tariffication law, including the Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund. This will safeguard the livelihood of small farmers through provisions of modern farm equipment and machineries, seeds and credit, and extension services. I also have not forgotten my commitment to uplift the lives of coconut farmers and further develop coconut industry until the through the urgent utilization of the Coconut Levy Fund. That is 100 million. Kaya ako very careful until now, wala akong nakuha. Look, it is really hard to look for an honest man. I must admit it. Baka ako hindi ko rin kaya. I do not have that. Well, itong Coco Fund na ito yung naiwan sa nung kay Marcos na levy fund. This is sacred money. This money was taken out of the pockets of the Filipinos arbitrarily. Wala kang magawa ni Marcelo. Ito na yan. Kaya itong Coco Levy Fund, kung sabihin mo lang, tama ang Supreme Court, hindi mo pwedeng maibigay, sabi mo sino, you can no longer trace the truthful owner of the land. Ang plano ko, kung gusto ninyo, you save the money. You invest the money, siguro mag-abot yan ng mga more than 100 billion. Ilagay na lang ninyo ng trust fund for the government. So, mga 5 billion. Ayun na lang ang gastusin ninyo to reserve the money. Rather than do it parang sprinkle na ibigay mo sa mga tao, you cannot, sabi ng Supreme Court, tama sila, you can no longer trace the genealogy of the owner, the original owner. And sometimes it would fail. I will not act on that until I find the man. Wala pa akong nakuha. I have yet to look for the man. Hanggang ngayon naghahanap ako, wala akong nakita. Kasi malaki ito. And this will, if you assign a corrupt idiot there. Kaya ang gusto ko, o baka nagustuhan rin ninyo, ideposito ko na lang. Let it remain as a remembrance to the people who lost their at that time. Tapos yung 5 billion, yun yung to improve the improvement sa replanting sa coconut. 5 million, that's a big money. Pero kung ibigay mo, light sprinkler, walang yan. Yung magtigabigay, kukuha yan. Yung pupunta. That's why itong land bank na ito, pag hindi ito na, you're called land bank. But you are now the #1 commercial bank in the Philippines. What the heck is happening to you? You are supposed to finance agricultural enterprises and endeavors. Bakit wala? Bakit? Why can't you just buy a few wagons or whatever, go to the countryside and ask the people if there are cooperatives, tulungan ninyo to form one. Pag wala, tignan ninyo na maibigay ninyo for replanting of the coconut, to revive the coconut industry. Pahiramin ninyo ng pera plus the money, nung sabi ko, of the coconut levy. That is sacred money. Land bank should go back to land. Why are you mired in so many commercial transactions? Bumalik kayo where you were created for. And that is to help the farmer. Ilang administration na wala. You better decide on that. I will give you until the end of July to give me a plan. Or else, I will ask Congress to reconfigure you whatnot. Wala kayong. I'm asking now, Congress, pag wala sila, if there is no viable plan for that, for the farmer, and it is just all commercial transaction, might as well abolish it and give the money to the congressmen for their development funds. O mas makatulong ba? Diretso eh. Ayaw ninyo? Ayaw doon nila, Sir Frank. Huwag mo na lang galawin. I once again urge both houses of Congress to pass a more responsive version of the bill establishing the Coconut Farmers Trust Fund to ensure the accelerated utilization of the Coco Levy Fund for the well-being and empowerment of the coconut farmer. We recognize the urgent need to ensure the sustainability and availability of resources and the development of alternative ones. In this regard, I trust the Secretary Cosim shall fast track also the development of renewable energy sources and reduce dependence on the traditional energy sources such as coal. Finally, sustaining our gains entails a national security posture capable of defending the country from external and internal security threats. Defense Secretary Lorenzana, together with the gallant men and women in the armed forces, is at the forefront of this fight. We expect support for the legislative initiatives aimed at strengthening defense-related systems, such as the proposed National Defense Act and the Uniform Personnel Separation Retirement Pension Bill, and the revival of the mandatory ROTC grades 11 and 12. Very important. Alam mo, pag mag-gira-gira, 10 out of 10 hindi marunong maghawak ng baril to defend even his father and mother and brothers and sisters. Itong mga bata ngayon, they're bereft of the patriotism and the love of country. Balik sila dito. I think a military training would be good for everybody. Wala, sige lang. Shabu. Maya, namatay. Duterte, extrajudicial killing, report to the ICC. Okay. If you can provide me with a good comfortable cell, heated during winter time, I want to go, and an air condition during hot weather, and a conjugal visits unlimited para we can understand each other. We are aware of the fact that there are times in AFP and PNP personnel, while in the performance of their duties, get unjustly sued, providing them with free legal assistance to help and boost their morale. My fellow citizens, to borrow the words of Churchill, akin to, this is mine. We are now entering a period of consequences. The consequences of what we did and did not do, but should have done during my first half of my term. I assume full responsibility for that. As president, I cannot pass it, the blame to anybody. So it's on me. Though we cannot change the past, we will not squander the future. I will push harder in the pursuit of programs that we have started, but always within the parameters of the law. I will not merely coast along or while away my time during the remaining years of my administration. It ain't my style, but I will not stop until I reach the finish line. Then and only then shall I call it a day. Our goal for the next 3 years is clear. A comfortable life for everybody, all Filipinos. We have made significant strides and accomplishments in signal milestones as a nation in the past 3 years. This momentum must continue with greater fervor in the next 3 years and beyond. I dream of glowing days ahead for every Filipino. I dream of a Philippines better than the one I grew up with. This is my pledge and commitment for just 3 years, if I can. If I cannot, I'm sorry. But I shall continue to comply with my constitutional duty to serve and protect the Filipino until the last day of my term. God bless the Filipino. God bless the Philippines. Thank you very much.
Okay mga kapatid, oras po natin 6:49. Dumating po ang ating Pangulo sa Batasang Pambansa around 5 p.m. at nagsimula po ang kanyang State of the Nation address around 5:15. So kung titingnan po natin ay umabot ito ng mahigit 1.5 oras. 1 hour and 34 minutes actually mga kapatid. At kasama pa rin po natin, of course, dito po sa studio, si Professor Alfred Zoreta, and we're now joined by Professor Mon Casiple. Oh, that was pretty long.
That was pretty long.
Dean Mel?
Well, true to form siya. I mean, there are prepared portion, bulk of his speech, at meron rin mga ad-lib siyempre. Ad-lib coming from the heart, at saka very spontaneous, no? And how that would affect the overall tenor of his message. Well, kausapin natin ang ating mga guest
analyst.
ulit.
Oo. Sinimulan niya yung kanyang speech sa trust rating, yung tiwala kaagad ng mga tao sa kanya. At sinasabi niya nga ay 3% lang ang kanyang disapproval. Ano po? At doon, at sunod-sunod na, syempre, binandera niya kaagad yung illegal na droga at korupsyon. Doon po nagsimula. Tama bang pagsisimula yun? Maganda bang pagsisimula yun sa kanyang fourth SONA?
I think to start off, I think he wanted to, parang gusto niyang i-assert yung unang-una confidence dahil 3% lang daw yung kalaban yung opposition. Tapos second, yung talagang framework ng buong gobyerno niya, yung pag-link niya ng anti-drug war with yung mas malaking problema ng terrorism, because yun yung argumento niya sa Marawi na it started as actually as an anti-drug operation that turns out into a conflict. So I think yun yung tema na gusto niyang na rooted yung problema ng drugs. At dahil rooted na siya, umano na siya, tumatawid na siya sa iba pa mga problema, which is security and law enforcement.
Professor Kasiple, we seem to naririnig natin basta spontaneous siya, di ba, Cheryl Albert? Sinasabi niya, ayoko na, I resign, kung gusto niyo, inyo na lang, something like that. And at the end portion of his speech, sabi niya, I will be here hanggang matapos ako. Hindi ba ito nagbibigay sa atin ng confused message at the least?
Well, you have to understand it within the context of his own speeches before. He has always said that. It's not new. But I think the message there, if I'm to read between the lines, is that he found it hard. He knows what he has to do. He found it hard. And he's not getting the cooperation that he wants. But he will do the things that he should do until the end of his term. That has been a constant in all the previous SONA and in speeches in between, particularly with armed forces. So there is that message of frustration.
Yeah.
He had to fire many close friends. And he had this, I think the frustration comes from within. Meaning, he knows the enemy. And he said, it's us. It's more than figurative, I think. If you read the signs there, that is a message to his own people.
It appears, Albert, Prof, na ngayon nakita niya na yung, after 3 years, yung bigat ng responsibilidad ng pagkapangulo. Kasi siyempre, nakita natin nung nagkakampanya siya 3 years ago, bitaw lang siya ng bitaw . And yet now, he's frustrated, sabi niyo nga, Prof, on himself, on what's going on around, and yet, nandun pa rin yung will niya to okay, I'll do still my best, no?
Dagdag sabi ni Sermon nga, yung hindi niya yung pagtanggal niya sa mga sarili niyang tao. I think example lang yung una niya secretary sa Interior and Local Government. Close yun sa kanya. Part ng campaign and he removed. Yung realization na talagang problematic yung corruption sa bureaucracy natin. Even those who are with him, nung sinama niya, nung pinasok niya doon sa bureaucracia, they became problematic as well. So I think yun yung frustration. Kasi when you are appointed in the cabinet, tiwala sa iyo yung Pangulo . Tapos in less than 2 years, mawawala yun dahil sa yung minention niya yung sa yung Pilipino. Ito yung mga example na egregious example na talagang yung corruption ripe talaga sa gobyerno.
Mahaba yung naging speech. Inaasahan natin ay 45 minutes to 1 hour. Umabot ito ng 1 hour and 34 minutes. Maraming issues. Yung mga kaninang hinihimay natin, Dean Mel, bago nagsimula, the entire day before this SONA, ay marami pumasok ba? Nasabi ba? Nabanggit ba ni Pangulo yung mga inaasahan, yung mga gusto nating madinig? At ano yung mga hindi na isama? Kung bibigyan natin yung kabuuan, evaluate natin yung kabuuan ng speech niya.
Personally, yung sa administrative reform, nandun lahat . Yung mga agencies na gusto niya ma-create. One thing doon sa mga agencies na makikreate. Halimbawa, yung Department of OFW. Minsan ang assumption ng tao dyan, parang gagawa ng bagong bureaucracy. Sa totoo lang, i-collapse niya yung mga bureaucracy na related sa OFW into a more... Pag-iisahin niya. Actually, it's more right-sizing. Rather than just, creating another bureaucracy. Siguro similar din yun sa DRRF. So, ang sense ko critical dito sa administrasyon na to yung passage ng mga admin reform na to. Siyempre may mga kulang pero libat kay Sam muna.
Well, he did not say anything about charter change and the federalism.
Yes.
There have been hints of that. But on reflection, I think he did mention them by not mentioning.
Directly,
because the last
yes.
message that he had was actually directed towards systemic problems.
Yeah.
And you don't solve it by the list that he gave. So I'm not really closing the possibility there. It may not be the SONA itself that would be the vehicle for such announcement, particularly facing Congress. Meaning he knows those who are before him are the ones who will decide about it. And I'm not really sure that he does not intend to actually carry it out. My gut feel there is he did want to do it, but he doesn't want to telegraph his moves.
And he cannot seem to still get away from that parochial Davao example, and always relating it on how efficient it was and how he could possibly all the Philippines could be as efficient as Davao. What do you think, Prof? Yung mindset na yon, is it still a good analogy?
Ang sense ko doon yung it's parochial in the sense that it's personal experience pero nagre-reflect din yung priority sa kanya ng local government. Ilang beses minention yung kailangan ayusin yung business permit processing, kailangan ayusin yung mga basic services ng mga LGU. So sa kanya, ang understanding niya ngayon din, and this is actually critical for national development din, yung strengthening local government. Kaya tama yung sabi ni Sir Mon na hindi enough tong mga minor reforms at sa business processing to strengthen governance. You need something more to really expand that. At hindi rin i-mention ni Pangulo yung impact ng Mandalas ruling, yung pagpapalaki ng EIRA allocation. So, there's things that were not said na palagay ko reflects a more broader vision of what they want to happen sa LGU. So, palagay ko yung mindset niya na pagpaprioritize ng LGU, para sa kanya yun ang pinaka-frontline, kaya importante. Pati yung yung 888, yun yung katulad doon sa Davao niya na yung parating nandoon yung mga empleyado.
Well, he has always said that Davao is, that's the life experience. And there were times when he says that di ko alam yung problema dito sa national, iba pala talaga. Meaning, when he made those promises, for example, on 3 to 6 months, he would solve the drug problem. I think he said that in public, that he was surprised, even shocked, at the scope of the drug problem at the national level. To the point that he said, I cannot solve this within my term. I will do my best. Actually, that's the attitude. But I don't think I will solve it. He's now applying it to corruption. Because he thinks he solved it in Davao to a large extent, but he has prostrated at the national level. Meaning the dynamics of being a president compared to the dynamics of being a mayor is actually something that he confronted since the start of his term. Even his own behavior, he says. You ask the Baweños, he says, they understand me. That's why I was this popular in Davao. He was surprised that in Manila, the reaction is different. At least some people. So there is that, the tension there is still there. I don't think it will disappear. Because when he speaks on that level, it's from a point of view that I'm already old. I cannot change. I will do my best.
So, okay.
Go ahead. For the last one, sige,
okay, for the last question. Okay. 1 to 10, 10 being the best. What's your grade? sa SONA ito? Prop?
Well, SONA, not the performance of the last 2 years. I think it's vintage Duterte. Meaning, if you really want to understand him, you have to understand him from the nuances, the in-between, not the real. Because if you grade him on comparison, for example, on previous SONA, he would fail. But I think the audience is not us, not the educated, not the middle class, not the A and B. I think his audience is the D and E. And I think he would not only pass, he would understand him.
Prof?
Guys, yung message na kinayari niya, dalawa, yung anti-corruption saka anti-drugs na related sa poverty. So, yung punto na ina-address niya yung tatlong basic problem na, and actually, ito yung lumabas na importanteng issue doon sa huling survey. So, response yun doon na it shows na on his end, nakikinig siya doon sa perception ng tao. At palagi ko importante sa isang Pangulo. Kaya I think the SONA successfully did that. Of course, it's a speech performance. Pero as far as messaging goes, it's a response to what the people wanted to hear. His position on West Philippine Sea, on drugs, and all of these things.
Okay. You're not gonna leave us or you're may spillover pa po ito mga kapatid dahil 1 minuto na magkalipas ng 7:00 ng gabi.
Yep.
We didn't expect that na it's gonna be that long.
But anyway, at yan na po ang ating special coverage in State of the Nation address dito sa 1PH. Ako po si Atty. Mel Sta.
Patuloy po nating pag-uusapan ng 2019 SONA at iba pang mga balita sa susunod na programa. Kasama pa rin po, of course, sina Professors Alfred Sureta at Mon Casiple. Ako naman po si Cheryl Cosim. Susunod na ang Sa Totoo Lang.